Hey y'all. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It's Thursday. It's Thursday morning. That means it is a one Thursday, one smile morning. That means this is the day for our random acts of kindness. Get them booties out the bed, baby. Hopefully they already up and going. If you at work, please try not to laugh, cackle, scream, or fuss back at your phone while you at them people's jobs. Okay. All right, ladies, let's not do that. If you're in class and you sneaking and listening, do not burst out laughing and get caught with your mobile device. Okay? Don't do it. Don't do it. How y'all doing this morning? I was taking care of a couple things and, you know, peered into social media and family. There's some things going on. There's a couple of things happening, but this is the biggest one that's happening right now at this particular moment. And we got to talk about it. Yes, we do. But first and foremost, good morning to everybody. I hope that you guys are having a glorious, and I do mean glorious Thursday morning. Okay. I hope that's what's happening for you. I'm having a glorious Thursday morning, even though my air conditioner in my house is broken. And hopefully, the people who need to service the AC will come out on time because, as you know, Houston is hot. Okay? But anyway, I'm all right for now. You know, sugar does melt, but it has not melted yet. So let me holler at y'all and let's start this gossip situation going on this morning on the porch. Kai is here and I knew she would be. Yes, hey girl, learning to love myself. What up, sis? Hey, how are you? Fly Gray Street, good to see you. Tia Bala, what's up, girl? Miss Sparkle, our resident Mary Kay lady in the house. Happy to be happy. Hey, girl. There's my kid, Coco Pop. She said she gonna have to catch the replay. She got to Zoom, y'all. Sin City from NOLA. What up, sis? How are you? How are you? Sunshine, sunshine. Hey, pretty girl. What's up? Hey, Jackie Gaines. How you doing, sis? Kim Bird in the house. How you feeling, boo? Queena. Hello, gorgeous. Another hardworking lady in the royal family. We love you. Quiet Storm 87. What's up, boo? There go Mommy's Peanut. Good morning, Mommy's Peanut. Alita is here. Hey, sis. Glad to see you. Ooh, ooh. Wait a minute. Jack got away from me. Y'all, I be too excited to holler at folks and be hitting stuff too fast. It's my fault. Hey, Yolanda Franklin. Good morning, girl. Oh man. Cheryl, you made it here. Hey Cheryl. Debbie Garcia, one of the Debs is here, so we can surely talk housewives. Coco Chanel. Hey, how you doing? All right, Latavia is here. The voice. Cool gamer, what's happening? Hey, Nina Ross. Lady T say good morning, everyone. Velda, what up, girl? That's my boo. DS, what's happening? DV, glad to see you. All right, got the D's in the house. My argument is, how are you? You say the title alone has got you. Yes, honey, no, colonizer. Because y'all know that's who he is, and we got to keep it a buck round here. Hey, Choco Chip. Millie Rock, what's up? Miss Thelma, how you doing? Hey, Fifi ASP. Rashika, hey, cuz. How you doing? Good to see you. The beautiful Angie from Dade County. What's going down, sis? All right, Patricia Robinson, Barbara Parker in the house. Queen Mermaid up in here. All right, all right. Imani Taylor. What's happening, baby girl? Okay. Midas Touch. I like the name. How you doing? Welcome. Good morning. Good morning. Sweet beloved, good morning to you. Anybody else who comes in, y'all know the rules on the porch. If I miss them, don't you miss them. Everybody should feel welcome. No one should be made to feel tolerated. You don't like it, so you know nobody else would either. So please, let's all be respectful. Tell our jokes, make our comments. Even if you disagree, do it respectfully, and everybody is all right. Okay? We got a couple of, I think we got a moderator. Yeah, we do have a moderator in the chat. So our moderators are here. They're friendly. They're here to help you. If you need links to anything, let them know. And just as a little bit of a pre-warning, I might act silly this morning. So if you end up laughing, make sure that you do not burst out laughing at your job or in your classroom, okay? Now hit that like button. Please, please, please. If for everybody in here, it should be a like button hit. Please hit the like button. It helps me out. I'm going to work for you this morning, but I need y'all to work for me. And the only work I need is that like button, okay? So without further ado, it's morning, okay? And we woke up to this foolishness. It's morning and we woke up to the foolishness, child. This is per TMZ. TMZ put this out about 6 hours ago. Yep, TMZ put this out about 6 hours ago. And this is what is being said. This what's being said. I don't want to show the articles. Y'all know TMZ is nasty and they'll use any excuse to try to snatch a sister channel down. Okay, Zelene, good morning. Real Housewives of Potomac, Michael Darby suing Candiace Dillon Bassett. Your oral sex claims are BS, he says. The Real Housewives of Potomac star Michael Darby is taking Candiace Dillon Bassett to court for defamation after she claimed he offered up cash to have sexual relations with another man. According to legal documents obtained by TMZ, Ashley Darby's hubby is suing Candiace over comments she made during the last season of the reality series, where she didn't hold back during one of her many arguments with Ashley. On the show, Candiace tells Ashley, your husband likes to leave you and go to a man named Bleep and suck his bleep. She never says who the guy is, but Candiace later claimed Michael paid for sex. Michael called him BS on all of it, adding he sent her a cease and desist earlier this year regarding her comments, but claims she has yet to retract any of her allegations. He wants $2 million in damages to make things right. Fans of the show know Candiace and the Darbys have a long-standing beef, with her calling Michael and Ashley out numerous times. Looks like the latest incident took things too far, though, at least according to Michael. We reached out to reps for Candiace. So far, no word back. So that is the article in total that was posted by TMZ roughly about 6 hours ago. Now, those of us who watch, we saw it, you know, as it happened on the show, not in real time, of course, because we were not there when they filmed. My argument says, so Candiace wasn't wrong when she called him an overseer. Apparently not. Apparently not. Sunshine. Wait. Rashika, let me get Rashika's comment. Michael needs to stop it. He knows he liked the meat pops. Ooh. That's why he mad, because y'all talking about it. Evie says, I hope she got some sort of proof, because that mouth of hers and the world is round. She tried to sue Monique. Yes, she did try to sue Monique. Yes, she did. Personally, can I tell y'all what I think? Oh, I got my fan in my hand this morning for a couple of reasons. But the way I see it, okay? Whew. I feel like this was something that was already brewing, and they were waiting on her to say something they could, take action against. And I'm gonna tell you why I say that. Hey, Nene Ashley, Sunshine say I could tell. Sunshine say I could tell it. Okay. Iman say I thought you weren't allowed to sue each other on reality TV. Well, as you see, he's not a member of the cast. He's not a cast member, and that we found out that wasn't true, because that did not stop Candiace from suing Monique. Barbara say I saw that and had just finished reading it. Then notification went off. I was so happy it was you talking about the miss. You know, we had to talk about this now. This them rich people. Jasmine say Candiace will be fine. Ashley gonna stay married to Michael. Now not to have to speak against him. Watch. I told you, Jasmine, she was gonna come up with some kind of reason why she's staying. DS says Michael better stop before most stuff is exposed. Now that's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna tell y'all. I just want to get all y'all comments before I tell y'all everything I think about this. Evie says, because he's a businessman, it's not okay to just say anything. Yeah, but I'm gonna tell y'all what I think about that. Yes, tell us, sister. Thank you. I just don't want to miss none of y'all comments. Velda said, take heed, Mia, see what happens when the lies fly. Hey, Ray Ray all day. Janice. Hey, Bookie Whoops. All right. Yeah, Golem don't want discovery. No, Golem don't want discovery. Sunshine say, I believe what Candiace said. However, you do need proof, and Ashley never planned on leaving. She just wanted a house. Exactly, Sunshine. So now, let me tell y'all what I think, okay? I just don't like to miss y'all comments because y'all be saying some real stuff in the chat. The chat gets real, okay? So, right, Robin said that he wanted to suck up Juan, and he's not suing Robert. He's suing Candiace. Just like he went down there to the Bahamas and snatched on an NBC executive because he thought it was Candiace. He has violent feelings and violent ideations and behaviors when it comes to Candiace. It's something special about that. It's something about that little dark girl mouthing off at him that don't sit right with him. Fifi say defamation is extremely hard to prove. And where is the lie, in my opinion? Well, we don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, lies are funny because when you ain't got proof, it's already a lie. Nadia Velda say he getting Ashley some cash. He ain't giving her none of his. I doubt he gonna get any, but we'll see. Hey, J.I., what up, dog? Say Candiace's mouth is reckless. Instead of Candiace and her overseer running her mouth, they should have been protecting Dorothy's assets. Ooh, they can't protect child. Michael Darby can't get nothing from Dorothy. Not a dime. This gonna be all on baby girl if he can get it. Kai say the way people are going up for Golem is wild. Oh, yes. Oh, well, you know what it is, but it still goes back to what we've been saying, like the reality. When your skin is dark, everything you do is magnified by 100 degrees, by 100 power. Like, it's heavy magnification with the melanin. Jasmine say Candiace always quoted the blogs and even said she was told about him sucking pee-pee, so technically it's all speculation. Precisely. Rashika says, now he better watch it. He can't take no discovery for real. Sure can't. Now, I feel like they have been waiting for a while for something to be actionable because he ain't like what Candiace had to say for a minute. Hey, Shanika C. And that's evidenced by him taking his behind down there to Bahamas and snatching on that NBC, that Bravo NBC exec because he thought it was Candiace, snatching on that lady arm and rattling off threats. Kai say Candiace made it very clear she was not a first-hand party. Exactly. That's why lawsuit, that's a joke. If repeating what the blog says is actionable, then we have a few people who need to be in court. But this further proves the issue of colorism and racism with this group of people. Now, as far as Michael Darby is concerned, this man is a known colonist. Now, this is known and proven. He is a known colonist. So this colonist who is, as we speak, taking advantage of colonizing and grifting his way through Somalia, through Africa, of all places. Now, bad enough you an Australian colonizer, because we know y'all ain't got no business over there. We know what you did in Australia. We know about the bounty that was placed on the Tasmanian people until they were hunted into extinction. So we know about your colonization and on the continent of Australia. But now Michael Darby says that ain't enough. He has carried his colonization all the way to Mother Africa, Somalia to be more precise. And he's a known colonizer. That's why the thumbnail says what it says. So we got a colonizer who's clearly classist. I believe him to be racist. Everything points in that direction. And hell, even his children point in that direction. Y'all don't remember how them babies act every time they saw somebody with too much of a tan? Them children saw Giselle and got scared. That's how much they're accustomed to being around people with any type of color in their skin. So even his children point in the direction that this man got a clear issue with black folks. Because whether Giselle want to be black or not, it don't matter how much she call herself the Creole Queen. Them children know you ain't the same color as their mom and daddy, and that's why that baby be having a fit every time he see you. Okay? The bottom line is Michael Darby knew darn well them rumors are out. Those rumors have been out for a very long time. I heard those rumors. There was somebody who claimed to have a text message thread from one of the male prostitutes that he was paying. So this rumor is not new. One of the blogs was even saying that they had contact again and a text message thread from one of the male prostitutes that Michael Darby was paying. Okay? Janice says he better watch out because they're trying to see about his land in the poorest country he got. Yeah, I want to know about that land he got over there in Somalia too. I want to know about the natural resources that you stealing from the indigenous people, from the native people there. I want to know about that too. So he might want to be a little careful. Even say no, Candiace did in that scene said the man told her himself. That mouth's gonna be the death of her. Well, that's still saying somebody told her. Saying somebody told her is not the same as saying I know. That's saying I was told. That is not actionable. Jasmine says the man said he told her from himself. It still don't change nothing. It still doesn't change the wording of who told. Doesn't change the fact that it was told. Not that I saw you. Not that I know. It was said that I was told. It's not actionable. It's actually grandstanding. And it's hilarious. And it further proves that him and Ashley are still together and plan to be together. This is something he's doing for good old Ashley. You're not fooling me, sir. Because you're not ignorant enough to think that you could win a lawsuit. Say that's right. She heard, not that she saw. There go my sis Renee in the house. I said Renee in the house. What's up, girl? He would say, y'all must have ain't watched the Johnny Depp trial. Her claiming the party that's involved told her directly is a problem. That ain't gonna work. I'm just telling you, this ain't got nothing to do with Johnny Depp. The problem with Johnny Depp, the Johnny Depp trial, was that Amber Heard told a pack of lies on that boy. A pack. This has nothing to do with that. Somebody saying that I was told something is not the same. Now, if she came out and stated it as she knew and then later tried to qualify it as I was told by a third party, that would be different. What she said in front of that camera is that I was told. And she stated what she was told. Now, the most they can do is say, don't say it no more. He claimed he sent a cease and desist, and she never spoke on him getting out of Ashley bed to go pay to suck on Peter. No more at all. So if he sent a cease and desist, she ceased and desisted. So a retraction is not involved in a cease and desist, not that I'm aware of, but to cease and desist, she did cease and she did desist. So what would be the problem? Other than this is more evidence that he is still with Ashley and those people are not divorcing. Queen Mermaid said, who was holding Ashley's first baby at the proposed site? And he pooped on site. Was it Giselle? I think so. I'm not sure, but I think so. Hey, Bianca Edwards. Good morning, beautiful. Say legally he would have to sue the man, not Candiace. Exactly. Yolanda Franklin say, hello all. Isn't Michael being accused of being involved in a war crime? Child. That's what I'm saying. He might want be careful, Golem. Be careful, Smeagol. Tia Baller said, I thought the kids just sensed the evil in Giselle. Them children scared of black folks is what's going on. They don't see none of them. Right. Hearsay is a rumor. And somebody saying a rumor is not actionable. Good luck, Michael. Good luck. Everybody knows defamation suits are very, very tough. Good luck. That's right. It's hearsay. Good luck. Your wife put you on a show where rumors are the order of the day. Your wife participates in the rumors so much so that she tries to manufacture them out of thin air, even when the proof says otherwise. Yeah, he doing this for Ashley, baby. It's Ufoma said this has Ashley written all over it. It sure does. It sure does, girl. Michael, you say Michael cut it out. Yeah, this right here got Ashley fingerprints all over, and I ain't falling for it, baby. This is beautiful because I knew I was gonna get my proof that they were still together. I knew I was going to be vindicated. Never mind the fact that she said she could file in February, and there, as of yet, has been no filing. As of yet, there has been no filing. So here we go. Velda says, I'm sorry if she was saying the name thing about Eddie or Ray, it would still be wrong or constantly cap on another cast member's husband. How is that, Velda? When at the same time, Ashley was stating rumors, not even just rumors, but accusations about her husband. So somebody can make accusations about your husband, but you're not allowed to respond or say anything in return. She's just supposed to sit there. Because let's be clear and let's be honest. Candiace would not have had anything to say about Eddie or Ray, because Karen or Wendy wouldn't have been sitting there spreading lies and saying that her husband was doing stuff that he wasn't doing. That's not a good parallel. Say, right, she said she was told, she never said it was a fact. Precisely. And said the name. DB said, you've been saying that Michael and Ashley wasn't divorcing. Now she has an excuse to stay. I told you. And I feel like she know a lot of us didn't fall for that bull crap. She know a lot of us did not fall for that bull crap. We ain't falling for it. You still with Smeagol, honey. You still with the Precious. My argument says, I'm slightly confused. Shouldn't Michael be upset at the fact that Candiace said he paid for the slobbers? Ooh. Have mercy. I don't know what part he mad at, honey. Shanika C said it was Gizzard. The baby seen her and let loose. Child. Queen Mermaid said Michael got people all around town seeing and hearing about him. Everybody done heard about you. That's why you scared to film on the show now, because they kept spotting you. Michael Darby spotted with this person. Michael Darby spotted with that person. Michael Darby spotted grabbing booty cheeks. Michael Darby spotted doing this. So you already know the rumors is out. Rumor has it, baby. Cass says, and why did he sue Bravo to get the scene cut and chopped off? Child, because he trying to help Ashley. Say them babies got color shock. You can't blame them children. They ain't really used to seeing black faces. Like, we got to be real in this world. Everybody don't look the same. That's right, not your twins, mama. Tell them hit the like button. And as much as we want things to be fair and equitable, we also have to be fair and realistic. Babies understand comfort and comfortability. If that baby is accustomed to seeing pale skin, if they see somebody that look different, of course that child is going to be frightened. A dear friend of mine, I babysat her child when we were much younger. Matter of fact, before I had Geneva, and everybody in her house was extremely dark. That poor baby came to our house and saw me and my mother, and she freaked out. She was scared to death until she saw my father, who was closer to her family's complexion. And that's just natural. Like, we laugh about it, but let's be honest. I'm only mentioning that to point out the fact that these children are not even exposed to black people. So it's really, this man has an aversion to black folks. And he's only comfortable with Ashley because she's clearly non-black. And even her family probably is a little too colored for him. Which is why he acts so uncomfortable when all of them are around. I think he can make believe that Ashley is like some sort of, exotic, clear person. As long as he don't have to look at her kinfolks. That's all I'm saying. But it's okay if the children not comfortable with that. Candiace getting sued by colonizer Michael Darby. Alex, how you doing, Alex? Barbara said Giselle has more black in her than she wants. Robin posted her DNA results, 59% European. Giselle didn't have as much European as she wanted. She ain't post hers. She wasn't going to. Oh, for sure. This for Ashley. That's why I said I feel vindicated, because I told y'all them people were still together and stand together. They want to be together. Everybody wants to believe that, oh, he don't want her, he tired of her. He don't want her, he tired of her. Like, child, please. That man didn't marry her for no benefit. The only men running around trying to marry women for benefit is dust devils that look like black men, because they not really men. But I'm just saying that's who does that. Jasmine say he's suing for $2 million. Isn't that the amount Candiace said Ashley House was worth? Exactly. You see that, right, Jasmine? Yolanda said, I hope Candiace get her receipts. Child, long as she could show where she was told, child, I doubt it's gonna be a problem. But this is grandstanding. They know they ain't getting no money out of this. It's just grandstanding. Hey, Red Majestic Diva, good morning. Say, Monique, it's time to roll that beautiful bean footage from them broken basement cameras now. Child, Monique ain't gonna do nothing to help Candiace. Candiace still trying to badmouth Monique. No, she still ain't never let it go. Still. Philly Joint, good morning. You say never too early for gossip. Okay. Everybody filing except Ashley. Yeah, child. Then they say that Drew Sidora miss talking about she actually filed 60 minutes before him or something. Too much. Talking about he was cheating and abusive and taking her money. Like, girl, bye. Just bye. My argument says if he wins, he'll use the settlement to pay for Ashley's house. That way he still gets to keep it because it's still in his name. Ooh. Yes, God. That's too much. Ashley, good morning. Jamie, good morning. Ooh. Y'all, this too much. Can I say Golem has literally done something every season? What are people talking about? Right. But it's the fact, it's just the, get that black heifer. Like this whole season, we ain't been able to blame her for nothing. So let's get her. Child, go away. Like they wanted, I think a lot of people wanted us to be outraged over the dwindling uterus comment. I thought it was hilarious. I wasn't offended. I've had a uterus all my life, and it didn't bother me one bit. It was hilarious, and it was accurate. Giselle's uterus was dwindling, and it was waiting to be put on television, and she decided that rather than do that, she was going to spread lies, which takes me to my other point. There was, rumors flew this entire season. They tried it against Chris. They tried it against Eddie. They tried it against Karen. They tried it against Wendy. Filthy, low-down, dirty lies were told on Wendy. And here we come with Michael Darby that did not film one scene to say, I'm suing for $2 million. And like sis say, the price of the house. Velda say, I never believed there was a divorce. Michael just don't want to film. Fake divorce to keep on the show. That's exactly what's going on. Because you know that man is good and cheap and got her on an allowance. And as long as she on that show, he ain't got to worry about giving her one. And he ain't going to give her one. He going to make her walk around there looking just like Giselle and Robin. Yes, the hypocrisy of it all. And then I noticed, I don't know what's going on because normally bright and early, Candiace have her little butt on Twitter, baby. Candiace ain't said a peep on Twitter, and neither has her, male complected husband. Ain't nothing been said on Twitter this morning. Girl, don't be letting them have you shook over there. They can't get nothing from you, girl. But this ought to teach you something. What goes around comes around. What goes up must come down. The things you do come back to you. That lawsuit that you went and got against Monique, you ain't had no business doing that. Because you know you was in her face just as much as she was in yours. You knew you had your hand all in her face and wasn't going to move it and what you going to do way before she flipped some hair. When you know, I know, and the Lord knows she should have popped you in your mouth. Now you know that. And then when y'all got in a fight and she got the best of you, which how the hell you get beat up by the likes of Monique Samuels, I will never know. Monique is cute and everything, and I know she work out, but y'all know, I know, and the Lord know, most of us regular girls would have mollywhopped the hell up out of Monique's little cute tail, but that's neither here nor there. You knew you was dead wrong taking that lady to court. You knew you was dead wrong running around there with that folded tissue and Post-it notes, pretending like you was so traumatized and trying to play the black clear lady. You tried to Karen it up, thinking you was going to get part of that girl money. That was dead wrong and that was dirty. And now, what goes around comes around. What goes up must come down. The things you do come back to you. Now, we on your side right now because you in the right. But you got to understand that's how life works. By the time you decide to clear up your act, the things you've done, those are seeds you already planted. Now it's harvest time. I believe Candiace going to be all right. But Candiace got to wear this one. She going to have to wear this little aggravation and the people talking about her and the blogs hyping it up, pretending it's more than what it is. And that's why Ashley and her colonizer husband did this. Okay? Barbara Parker said, you remember when Candiace talked to Eric and mentioned Michael, they showed Ashley's face. Ashley had vengeance all in her face. I knew she had it in for Candiace. Of course, because she was still with that man. She wasn't divorcing him. Ain't nobody alive been divorcing no man, and you that mad because somebody talked about him. It don't work like that. She looked like that because that was still her man. And at the end of the day, Ashley, you wanted to take part in that buffale. You had to know that girl was going to blow back on your man. You shot at hers. Who the hell you think you are? That clear adjacent privilege was really working. It was working on your nerves, wasn't it, baby? Hey, Kira Bright, what up? See, I'm mad. We all had to wake up and hear about Michael Dirty Darby. He needs to go somewhere. He sure do, but not back to Somalia. Stay up out of Africa. We sick of you. We sick of you. That's right, y'all. Like this video. You already smashed that like button? Okay, thank you. I told y'all. I've been watching. And some people really get fooled easy and they really be shook trying to figure out why some of us ain't fooled. You can't fool me, dog. Y'all, the StreamYard is in the chat if anybody want to say their piece. If I miss something. Queen Mermaid say Michael married Ashley for a beard. That's my opinion. Michael, so don't sue me. That's right. You can't sue us for opinions, colonizer. Hey, Kai.
Hello.
What's up, Bookie?
This is stupid.
Ain't it? But this some Ashley and Michael type stuff. Demetrius Burley, good morning. Good morning. Cindy Narcisse, good morning. Let me grab a couple more comments real quick. There go my nephew. So I'm so happy to catch a live auntie. Michael suing Candiace for defamation while Chris is on a podcast tour talking about the ladies on the show. Where does he work? Child. Well, he got fired from the W, so that's the end of that. Evie say Candiace still hurt about them paps. She'll never let it go because she can never play tough again. But the basement cameras would be everything. They would be, but you know Monique ain't gonna help her. All she got to do is shut the hell up. By now, Monique would have done forgave her, and they could have moved on, and Monique could have slid her that footage, and that'd have been the end of that. Y'all was both acting like banshees and ignorant heifers in public. It was unbecoming when it came to both of you. And then you pull the crap, and here it is years later. You still, she did shit. Shut up. Like,
how about they both shut up because they're both talking about it still when they get asked about it or it's brought up. Like, let's not.
They both be in the wrong. But what I'm saying is, even on the reunion, y'all.
Yes, because it was brought up.
It's like, oh my God, she got so much venom.
So does Monique when people ask her about it. So they're both still talking about it when they're asked about it. So it's not just
they both need to let it go.
So yes.
So my point is this. I feel like, and I could be wrong. Y'all know I'm not gonna check Kirby. My point is this. I feel as though Monique trying to make sure she stay just as mad as Candiace is. I just don't. I'm sorry. To me, Monique has a very bland personality. I don't see her as spicy worth a flip. And I feel like she trying to stay just as mad as Candiace. Now, that's just what I feel.
I believe
Monique is still rewriting history. So they both have their feelings about it. So for me personally, I'm more on the Candiace side. But if I'm talking to you, I try to see the middle. They are both still talking about it and both still in their feelings about it when someone brings it up. So let's not lay it all up on one person. And the same thing about yes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say the same thing about Karma. Okay. Monique was on ice out Candiace. Monique fell for the okie doke. They got into the fight. Then she got iced out. Then Candiace went to sue. Then Monique sued back. Then it fell out. Now Michael is doing this. Let's go to court, Michael, and let's do discovery because this is stupid.
Okay.
Let's talk about the Michael and the Candiace of it all.
Now this is my thing too. I see that Monique brings up stuff, and I wish she wouldn't because it sounds stupid from her too. Because again, they were both acting like donkeys, in my opinion. And maybe that's just the mama in me.
Mm-hmm.
However, when I saw Monique talking about it, when everything happened this year, she was more or less talking about how the overall situation, the cast and how they treated her and X, Y, and Z. I didn't see her saying like, oh, Candiace, I saw her say something about a glass. And I'm like, girl, let this glass situation go. Because we all saw the glass did not happen first and all that. Just stop it. That's not what happened. And I thought we had already cleared up that the glass being thrown at you first did not happen. I thought we cleared that up. So, but it still didn't have the same level of venom. I'm sorry.
Well,
Candiace,
that's not Candace's fault that she can't, have the bravado behind her words like that. That's not anyone's fault that she's bland like that.
I mean, but I'm just saying, I don't know whether it's the blandness is why we don't see the bitterness. I just think that the girl is not as bitter. Candiace is coming off angry and bitter as hell about a wig shift.
I think it's bitter when you're still trying to rewrite history and act like the glass happened first, and this is how this all spiraled out. And also, she tried to act like she was in the position of Wendy and not in the position of me, which obviously, I will say that Wendy was not engaging as much in like the verbal.
She wasn't engaging at all. She was sitting down there eating her food and drinking her drink. She wasn't engaging at all.
She wanted to act like she was a Wendy in the situation, and she was not. At the most, they were both participating equally. So to me, that's when the business comes out if you're trying to rewrite history.
Oh, so you think that's what's causing Candiace's bitterness and like
that's why Candiace is pissed because she keeps
Okay, that's fair. I can see why. I can
because
see
remember, Candiace went off on Twitter because Monique did an interview and like no, she has a right to do interviews. She's like in the public space, and they asked her about the fight, and that's when she said, "Well, when you react like me, when a glass got thrown at me," and that's when Candiace was pissed because like the glass was not the reason why. Say my hands were in your face.
And to be honest, I didn't see that girl throw no glass. I saw her waving it in her hand, but I didn't see her throw it.
Yeah. So to me, it's like, say the girl's hands were in your face and like it just and you flipped the switch. Okay. But for you to keep now years later, keep saying you did all this because of the glass.
Watch this fight back. And I know Monique done watch this fight
like
back.
We all done seen the footage.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I would be pissed too.
Like, don't get
someone keeps lying on me like that.
In the moment, I could see you getting the sequence of events wrong. Because I done been in quite a few fights. Okay. I'm not proud of that. It is what it is. Things happen.
Mm-hmm.
But when you first get out of a fight, you don't know what happened. I got in a fight with one of my exes. He was about how big is Tweety? Anyway, so big dude, me, we get into it. We papping it up. We getting it in. And I didn't remember almost nothing other than him punching me in the side of my head, like trying to knock me out. And when he couldn't, we went to mixing it up. I didn't remember nothing. I heard back that I jumped up on the running board of a truck and then came down with a punch. Like, so I'm like, I did what? And when one person said it, I'm like, okay, you're taking horse tranquilizers. But when everybody else was like, no, Nitra, you did that. I was like, oh, for real? My bad. Like, I didn't even know. You know what I'm saying? But once you watch footage back, you can't say that, so I can see Candiace like, oh, that's not what happened. Stop saying that happened. But it still gives more than the rewrite. Because when they mentioned that situation on that stage at that reunion, nobody was rewriting anything. And it's still,
it's just according to the footage. And I think that Monique in this case, I think that Monique is truly trying to rewrite the history and trying to say different things that happened in order to just make Candiace look more at fault, as if like Candiace was the only one that escalated the situation. She wants to, even though she knows she was wrong for putting her hands on her, but she wants to justify in her own mind that Candiace deserved this. And I think that's why she be doing it. That she's trying to justify it in her own mind.
But she's talking about the reunion now.
Believe you, Kira. The problem is they were both acting like donkeys. Candiace didn't deserve that. Candiace didn't deserve no more than she deserved. They both deserve to get their behind.
That's what be bothering me about both of them, because like how both of y'all were acting a fool, and like y'all keep trying to shift the blame to each other person. It's like both of y'all were involved.
Instead of both of y'all just keeping it real, y'all were acting like little kids. Y'all was in each other's faces, everybody hand in everybody's face, and y'all in each other, y'all yelling and screaming. Y'all were both in a fighting posture.
Right. And that was why when
neither one of them but get this, neither one of them to this date has pointed out and held the Lord of the Rings accountable for playing baddest man with my hand. She the one started that, kicked it off, because they both started it. But Giselle was the one kicked it off by physically touching Monique. Mm-hmm. Neither one of them has done that. They're both sitting up there trying to shift the blame, and I didn't do. Candiace became the eternal victim, And Monique was like, well, I was triggered. Girl, y'all was both acting like dummies.
Yes,
hey,
that was what I couldn't stand about Candiace, was the whole victim thing. Like, girl, both of y'all had every opportunity to de-escalate the situation, and you didn't. Candiace, you know you don't know how to fight. You should have been the main one
and Monique
de-escalating.
knew she didn't know how to fight either, and still did that, even though other people were. So like, and I think she was pissed at the reunion because Ashley's trying to sit there and act like, girl, this was your friend. This had nothing to do with everyone being on Monique's. This was your friend, which is perfectly fine. But don't sit here and pretend like you were doing altruistic and no, this was your friend because you could have been on her side and never wrote a statement. You got in the middle of it and you didn't have to.
So Ashley just want to get back.
But see, but that's
and y'all look at this. What Jeremy said. Jeremy's telling the truth. They need to work it out because right now Monique could help her. But Monique ain't helping you because y'all still at each other's throats and still don't see that somebody else pushed this whole thing up. Hey, Mo Better.
But Monique has said she saw Giselle did it. Candiace is going to be bitter until the end, and they'll never make up because Candiace is embarrassed.
She's a Karen.
Very bad.
Or
that's true.
Also, Monique is still in interviews saying she flipped off because a glass was thrown at her.
I mean, but she has to say that. Candiace should have never brought it to
she
the courts.
She didn't have to say that.
No. Candiace should have never brought it to the courts. That was her defense. So she gonna say that to the end. You keep vilifying me, and I'm going to keep defending myself.
And someone's gonna still be pissed about you rewriting history.
Like but why are you pissed about it? But why would you? But be real. Why would you be pissed about it when there's video evidence that makes
because the fact is she's still trying to justify her actions by rewriting the sequence of events.
But you don't like her. Y'all ain't friends. So why do you care?
Because for a year, Monique had people thinking that she threw a glass, and that's why the fight started.
But there's video evidence.
But hold on. But I think the point is though, at this point, Candiace knows that everybody knows better. So what are you still getting upset when everybody knows better for? Like everybody knows that Monique didn't tell that part right. Everybody saw the footage. Everybody, in the words of Phaedra Parks, everybody knows. So the point, the idea of still being super angry because the person is saying something that everybody knows ain't true. What exactly are you angry about? Are you angry because she said something that's not accurate, or are you still angry because she shifted your wig when really? When really she could have capitalized on that. Like, hey, Deborah Cohen, girl, how you been? And hey, Ravine, hey, LB, when really she should have capitalized and said, you do realize that girl was yanking on that wig and you see my glue did not turn loose. Y'all come by this hair glue. Like that's what you should have did. After that season, that heifer should have got a posted endorsement, a Kleenex endorsement, and she should have sold the hell out that wig glue. But instead, 2 years later, 3 years, however long this is, you still mad because that girl shifted your wig.
Yeah, I'll be still mad too. So.
You know what? I think Eva made a good point when she said that Candiace was still embarrassed, and I think that's where a lot of her bitterness is coming from. I think she was humiliated, and she hasn't been able to live it down in her own mind. Because that's the viewers like, we don't care anymore. Like it's been like 2 or 3 years, but she can't live it down in her own mind that she got humiliated on TV, and they both made a fool of themselves. It's almost like when Portia dragged Kenya, and like Kenya didn't let that go for years. Like she did not let that go forever. But I just humiliated.
And the thing is like, at some point, it's just like children eventually get over fights and they friends again. Grown people need to normalize getting over fights because it didn't have to escalate to that point. Neither one of them were in a life-threatening situation. Neither one of you were defending your life. It did not have to happen. It was stupid. So grown people, if you take yourself all the way to the bottom to fighting in public in a group of grown women, most of which with children, get over it. Like at the end of the day, those of us who have been fighters, like I said before, and I'll say again, if you ain't never lost the fight, you're not a fighter. You're just more than likely a prissy little girl who's gotten in a couple of fights. You're not a fighter. Every fighter's lost a fight. It ain't that deep. You win some, you lose some. You move on. It's not that deep. I think what Geneva said in the chat is a big part of it too. She can't play tough no more. It's hard to play tough when the whole world seeing you looking like James Brown in a mugshot. You can't run that rah-rah game. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do girl, because the first thing they gonna say, you mean like you did with Monique.
For filth, dragged for filth.
That's all they gotta say.
And she played tough for years.
She did.
That was her thing. That was her
Candiace,
shtick.
You notice she stopped all that. You notice she stopped that. After them,
she learned something. That's why they was like, Portia should have got a hold of no. Portia would have hit her too hard.
Oh God, no! Portia would have killed that girl.
She would have hit her too hard. She just needed to wake up. It woke her up.
Who are the hooligans that said Portia Williams should have got a hold to that?
Country Fred can't hit Candiace now.
Hell no! Listen, I object. God darn it. That wouldn't.
Ain't no way production letting that happen in Thailand.
That shouldn't happen nowhere. Thailand, America
no way.
land, Canada land, Mexico land, no land should that happen. That is wrong.
Now you know who I do want to see Portia get a hold of? Robin.
Oh, that would be great.
Ooh, God almighty mo, that'll be funny. But it's like even with with Kenya can't fight. She's a weakling. She's an idiot. But Kenya's solid enough that if she get struck down to the floor and drugged, she can hold up under that. Candiace would have been broken into bits and splinters and matchsticks and stuff. No.
And you know what?
I don't know who said that, but that person need to go pray. And that's not right.
We need to stop protecting women who have big mouths with small hands. Like, you can't be barked. I really feel like Candiace was doing the most. Like, and she was doing the most that night with Monique. And
but
I feel
they
like
both were doing
they were both. I know, but what I'm saying is like we cannot negate the fact that Candiace was like equally,
she escalated.
Doing what?
Yeah, like she's equally.
Yeah,
as
she
good.
definitely
They were both doing the same thing. It wasn't like Candiace,
because
it wasn't like
Candiace
Candiace was running her mouth and Monique was being a church lady. They were both doing the same thing.
But Candiace is acting like she was attacked.
Right. Candiace was leaving and went back across the room, closed the distance. You don't close the distance
because she was
you're leaving
at the table and walked away to twirl and came back where she was originally standing.
She should have never twirled.
Candiace was leaving and came back. Now they both were drinking.
She was not leaving. Let's not act like she was leaving the bar.
She had her bag. She was leaving, and you came back to close the distance while arguing. And unless you've never been in a fight, when you go to close the distance,
Candiace was clearly not leaving. She didn't have a bag. She had her glass in her hand and was twirling. And Monique said twirl, and she came back to go into the fight.
She was at the door and came back.
She was at the door. I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch it.
You don't do that unless you want to fight. If Candiace would have won the fight, it wouldn't even been all this hoopla. She wouldn't be mad now.
Mm-hmm.
She's mad because she is mad because she lost.
That's all she mad at for real.
Go back and review the fight footage. Y'all know I love some good old fight footage. I don't care who it is. I'm gonna go back and review the fight footage. But I thought I saw her grab her bag and act like she was leaving.
She had her bag. Not the twirl. That was a separate thing. That's when she was still arguing real good.
Okay.
Act like she was too good. She was, I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave. And then you came back to close the distance and go to talking with your hands.
Yup.
What are you doing?
Right underneath the chin.
Mind you, it's okay if you're not a fighter. You don't have to be a fighter. But
that's true. But this is the thing. They both engaged in combative behavior. They were both acting like they were ready to get down with the get down.
Yeah.
Two little prissy pretty girls. Neither one of y'all ain't had no business acting like you wanted to fight. And Queen T said it. But as we teach children, keep your hands to yourself. Hands and feet. Okay. Hey, beautiful Chanel.
You know what?
Go ahead, man.
Oh no, I was gonna say I was upset with like the rest of the ladies in the situation because of the way that even though it was a mutual argument, they decided to only give Monique the consequence. Mm-hmm. However, every single one of those women was there that night, and especially Giselle and Robin, because they always instigating something. Y'all instigated this and then literally watched it escalate all the way up until it got physical, and then only acted shocked when it got physical. But every single one of y'all sat there and watched it escalate, and nobody tried to de-escalate it, even though y'all are so against violence.
Mm-hmm. But see, this is my point with all of that. None of that should have equaled a freaking lawsuit. None of it. Mm-hmm. That's my point. None of it
Karen.
That's why the judge threw it out.
This is the thing. None of it should have equaled a lawsuit. Both of those women should have been embarrassed that y'all are full-grown women. Monique, you somebody mama. Y'all on TV, hair pulling and scratching. I mean, real girl fighting. This wasn't even a respectable fight where y'all threw dummies. Y'all pulling hair and scratching and stuff. Like, get the hell out of here. On national television and you somebody mama. I felt like the public embarrassment should have been enough for the both of them. The fact that Candiace took it all the way to a lawsuit, madam. When
first
you
criminal.
Yeah, like she tried to go there.
Mm-hmm.
She tried to go there.
And
the bottom line is now, and again, it wasn't right when she did it, in my opinion, and it ain't right now that Michael Darby is trying to do this to her. I don't think he's gonna be any more successful with it than she was.
What he suing her for? I was late.
Defamation. For defamation, because she said that your husband like to get up out your bed and go pay for sex, and he put his mouth on that man. You know what?
And we all know that it's true, and that's the crazy part. But you know what?
I don't know that it's true. I just know that rumor has been out for a very long time, just like the rumors about Giselle popping coochie with dope dealers and telling girls to eat her coochie when they was trying to cross line.
Now,
Now,
Michael Darby suing Candiace for $2 million really just shows how weird and how greedy he is, and just how money hungry he is, because you need $2 million from this lady as if you pillaging the people of Somalia wasn't enough already.
Well, he has a problem with melanated people. And the fact that he has his house girl, his Sally Hemings that he sleeps with, that don't mean that he's not a stark racist, and I believe that he is.
And you know what? I just watched Chris Bassett's interview on that channel that he did with those two guys. I don't know if you've seen it or not.
Did you see what he said? That man
and what he said about Michael?
Yep. Listen,
everything he said about Michael
yesterday, that I was triggered because you went down there to put your hands on that girl. If that had, me and Kai was talking. What, Kai, wasn't that you yesterday, boo?
Yeah. Oh, you don't remember talking to me yesterday?
I thought it was listen. Forgive.
The fact that he walked up to that girl thinking that she was Candiace.
But he grabbed her. Walking up to her would have been one thing. That would have been disrespectful. That would have been pushing boundaries, maybe getting in her personal space.
But you put your hands on her?
But he physically put his hands, Lord, on that woman. And it just bothers my soul deep down in the pit of my belly, because had it been a sister like me, we'd have been in there fighting, scrapping. Baby, we'd have tore up them people whole place.
What are they going to do about it?
Somebody talk about this.
I don't think they know who the lady was. He just walked up to some lady thinking she was Candiace.
And it was a Bravo executive. It was like her
from
Bravo or something.
Like NBC Bravo exec.
You really have had to be out of your mind, even if it was Candiace. You have got to be out of your mind to walk up and think that you're gonna put your hands on this woman and her husband is in the same vicinity.
But he thought he caught her by herself. He thought he caught her without any protection. That man is dangerous. I just said it yesterday. And his attitude toward Candiace makes me uncomfortable. It makes me uncomfortable.
Ashley, you were married to this?
She don't care.
Listen, we know
she don't care. We know she don't care, but
I'm about to say, Kat, leave Sally Hemings alone.
You know I can't. She bugs my spirit.
Listen, she got to go home and live in the wall, in that house right now. So
let's talk about this lawsuit. Michael is stupid because the fact that people, first of all, anyone who's on the Twitters and stuff like that going up and saying her mouth is reckless, I'm sorry. Isn't Ashley Darby the one who came on this show doing background checks and Google alerts and spilling? Isn't people love Ashley for being messy and just saying whatever and carrying the bone? Michael has a history. This is people don't know how this works. Has a history. You already admitted to going to a hotel room and there's a video recording of the woman asking for her money. And he asking her, can we go to your house and that kind of stuff. So you already have a trail of at least paying someone for intimate services. Then you have a trail of the wife saying they heard you say, regardless if they made up or not, now it's on TV and people have been believing it, that you wanted to suck another husband's, private member. So then if someone were to come to Candiace and say, yeah, he pays things for X, Y, and Z, she has a reasonable enough belief. She'd say, I think this is true. That's how defamation works. I think Geneva brought the Johnny Depp trial. He lost in the UK because he was not suing Amber. He was suing the Sun, and the Sun said,
I was on Johnny Depp's side. I already know why he lost. Amber, I already know all that. But
I'm explaining for everyone else. But
go ahead.
But he won in America because he was suing the person who actually said it, which is Amber.
There you
Candiace
go.
never said, I saw him do it. I caught him do it. I saw him walk into the hotel room. She said, the person told me. And so if you have a history of soliciting and being out in clubs asking, who can you pay for tonight to go to the hotel room? And a history of inappropriately touching men, then it's not hard for me to believe that this man who's coming to me is saying you pay for services. That's how this works. And
not only that, Kai, not only that, more to the point. If you will pay for, nasty things to be done to you, okay? In my best Sunday school voice. If you will pay for somebody to do something nasty to you, and you are a known bisexual according to what y'all are putting out there, okay? Then if you will pay a woman, wouldn't you pay a man?
Thank you.
Exactly.
Is he saying I pay a woman, but a man got to do it for free? What are we saying? Hey, Sunshine. Hey, Lauren. I mean,
that's not enough. That's not enough to accuse somebody. I don't think
she didn't accuse him.
She repeated what she was told.
I don't think she's gonna lose in court. But Candiace getting all her lessons back to back.
She getting her lessons, but at the same time, Candiace literally was returning volley. Ashley said, I was told. Proceeded to run the lie on Candiace's husband. Candiace returned volley with, I was told that your husband was paying to puff on Peter. He was paying your husband was paying for drunk karaoke.
Mind you,
Candiace said the name.
She was actually
paying for studio time to rock the mic. Now,
why is he not suing the man who said it?
She had been told this.
Well, the man didn't say it publicly, so it's no reason.
Who Michael was doing this with? So I mean,
no, but here's the thing.
All of this, I was told the streets, or all of this, I was told, or the streets, or the word on the street. It is so tired. It's tired on Atlanta. It's tired on the other franchises, and it's super tired on Potomac because it's just. It's the whole storyline. Exactly.
No, but when I saw
it's exhausting.
Wouldn't it be easy for her to bring this? Right. Go ahead.
Sorry, I was like, "Hey, Seanitra, morning, nice to see you." When I saw this, I'm not even like a whole Candiace fan. This is completely not right, and it felt like retaliation because he did not come after the network. He did not come after everyone who said something about him because it's more than just Candiace. He didn't even come after when Robin said that she heard him say that about Juan. Those are two names
she
as
said
well.
It directly. She
said it
directly. She heard it herself.
Exactly. She didn't say she heard anything. She said. She didn't say it like someone came to me, blah, blah, blah.
Told me.
Right. Exactly. So when I heard this, it actually made me not like Ashley Darby at all because this screamed petty, and I don't think that girl Candiace deserved that at all. And I don't know what Michael think is gonna happen. It's not gonna make me think, oh my God, he's trustworthy. Oh my God, they're just maligning him. No, I see straight through this whole situation, and this is crap.
Okay, can I ask all of the ladies up here one thing? Does this not look like him and Ashley are indeed still together and this is one of their plots?
It does. Definitely. This is going to be Ashley's storyline next year.
Yeah. This is going to be her storyline next year, and I hope that Candiace bring the man on there because, mind you, Candiace said that she had been told this directly from said man who Michael was putting his mouth on.
Yeah, but that man ain't this bad business though. That man ain't gonna come up there.
But this is the thing. This is the thing you got to look at. I would have said that before because usually, as long as the John is paying, the trick gonna be quiet. The working girl or working fella will be a little quiet and discreet. But with this being out like that, I'm sure Michael Darby has since stopped using his services, and he may well come out because this same person, if I believe that if it's the same person that I'm thinking it is, that gave a text thread to a particular blog, then maybe he will come on and be like, child, Michael, you was over here. Remember Wayman from Low Down Dirty Shame? When you was over here riding the wave, okay, was running your fingers through it, big fella.
Seanitra, you know how you kept saying like you didn't believe the divorce, and I'm over here like, yeah, they're getting a divorce. I gotta eat my words now, because this proves to me that they're definitely in cahoots. Because Michael, if he's out there living his life and just wants to be free to show, why would he turn around and attack just one person? And this felt to me like Giselle didn't get what she needed out of the reunion. Her and Ashley sat down because they looked stupid, and they said, "Okay, you know what?"
Has anything.
No,
yeah, I don't think Giselle got nothing to do with this.
Let me finish this one. So what I'm saying is, Giselle and Ashley and Robin did determine that they were coming after Chris before this reunion started, right? They did not succeed. That's how I see this. So because they completely did not succeed, they want to annihilate Candiace now, and it's very obvious to me. Like, everybody may not see it that way, because Ashley doesn't strike me as a person to just randomly get up and go at Chris and Candiace like that. So that's why
she strikes me as that.
Okay,
that's the only
definitely strikes me as that.
Yeah, and Michael has always had this very weird, like, violent energy towards Candiace that I just feel like at any moment you could call her an NRB. Like every interaction we've had, it's always it's always been very hostile, and I'm like, what is the backstory here? Out of everyone that has said the plethora of insults and accusations and allegations and truths about Michael, Candiace is the only one that he just cannot leave alone. Like, he just hates her.
Do y'all remember a few months ago where they said that Michael pulled up on Candiace like out of the country?
Yeah, he came to her.
Yeah, we discussed it.
He did go to her show.
Yeah, because Chris did that interview with Bravo Brothers podcast on YouTube, and he gave us the details. Said that Michael walked up to an NBC Bravo exec who apparently is very petite and small, black girl too, black lady.
He thought it was Candiace. And he said that Smeagol grabbed that woman by her arm and like wheeled her around and started throwing threats and you're gonna stop talking about me the way you talk about me on that. I mean, just really getting rough until he realized that it was not Candiace. And I said then, he has violent ideations and attitudes and behaviors toward Candiace. He is predatory. I feel like he's that comfortable because she is small. And I wondered if that had actually been Candiace and he caught her without her husband to protect her, what he would have done to that young woman. That disturbs me.
Yeah.
And the truth of the matter is, Michael Darby would not do that with the man because you're that angry with his wife, but you ain't never ran up to try to pop Chris. And Chris ain't no monster. He ain't no killer, but you scared to run up on little old Chris, the fry cook.
Right. Chris said he ain't no killer, but don't push him. Because Chris said he saw it, but he was like, I saw that it wasn't Candiace, but like if it had been Candiace, that would have been a whole nother story.
I heard him talking that, I'm not falling for that. Like, at the end of the day, y'all not finna convince me that SpongeBob SquarePants is no monster. Like, no. At the end, and he wasn't convincing me either with that tough talk. I'd have pushed him off the roof. Baby, good luck. At the end of the day, you don't want to go to jail. Prison ain't for you, SpongeBob.
Well, and why don't you get at Deborah? Because at the end of the day, those allegations against you, Chris, were very well made on national television, that you was groping and feeling and stuff like that. And they could try and gaslight us into thinking we didn't hear what we heard, but they said it very straightforward that he touched her. That was what's said. So
but Deborah didn't say that he touched her.
Giselle didn't. Giselle exactly twisted the story.
But Michael is being very vindictive, because if he really was after money or like true retribution, he would have gone after the network and would have been successful. But he chose to go.
Wait, Sunflower. I don't think he would have been successful because
I don't either.
They already wrote a book. The executive, the head honcho at Truly that produces the show has come out and said that Michael has touched numerous of the crew and cameraman's behind.
So sorry.
Giselle
So
has
let
said
me
it.
rephrase that one. So what I'm saying is that if he's talking about defamation against his character, he could have said they aired this on TV. They did XYZ. They said all these things
Yeah,
about
okay, yeah.
as a
They
collective.
could have edited out.
And see, this is okay.
But they weren't
Perfect
trying
point. Sunflower.
But see,
Sunflower
but they
has
sound.
hold on. Sunflower has a very good point here,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna make reference to it. This is exactly what I said when it came to Kandi Burruss and oh, you said I tried to shut up. That girl said she heard something while you over there screaming like a cut billy goat, and literally, why would you not be mad with production for not cutting it? They cut whatever they want to,
Exactly.
but they purposely played her saying, "I was told, somebody told me that you said XYZ." And it was a whole hissy fit until she found out where it actually came from.
Exactly. That's why this thing.
Hold on, baby. This is when you know something is vindictive. This is what I have been saying for years about that incident with Candiace Cry Like a Billy Goat Burruss. It was vindictiveness. It was not that her brand was damaged. Your whole brand is being a smutty, sex, dirty person. Like I know that's not a title, but that's who you are. That's who that is who you have branded yourself. Complete with vibrating panties and becoming aggressive when people don't want you playing with their coochie. Just nasty. But then when it was Portia, oh no, she's not being vindictive. No, that's not what it is. Baby, this is exactly what it is, because Sunflower just made an excellent point. If it was really about your brand being tarnished and production had the power to put it on the cutting room floor, you would have gone after production.
Boom.
Hell, and somebody in the chat just said Karen and Ray was talking about him being on Grindr.
Yes.
And say she heard herself that you said you wanted to rock the mic. But this girl saying she was told something got you so incensed that you need $2 million, which is the exact price of that house that you put Sally, the house you put Sally Hemmings in.
Exactly. Like my thing is, like, when I saw this, I was like, this is not right. Like I completely was on Candiace's side. I tap on YouTube, then I saw you. But this don't feel good at all. My thing is, like, he should not be able to do this. It told me everything I needed to know and everything that I didn't see. Because before, I was one of the people that was like, yeah, they're getting a divorce, XYZ, blah, blah. And this proved everything that I was thinking completely wrong. Like, these people are that maniacal. And it is something about Candiace. Like, you know how Candiace, when she first came on, it wasn't a privilege or anything. She was just a little snappy, blah blah blah, right? But there is something else about her that triggers Ashley so deeply that she put the battery in Michael's back. So when I saw this whole thing, right, like when I see the show, I just thought, oh, these girls get into a group, they decide that this person's the target. You know, they didn't succeed with Candiace and Chris this time, but here, lo and behold, here comes Michael with this lawsuit towards Candiace. It told me that it was Ashley all along. It was Ashley, like, really gunning for her in the way that I thought the Light Skin Collective was doing towards Chris. And it made me I never liked Ashley, but it made me completely never see it for her. And I really want Ashley off the show more than Robin.
And you know, Seanitra, what you were saying about Kandi being vindictive, I am so happy you said this, because I have been saying this since that season, because let's be honest, no one actually believed Portia. Like, we knew it was ridiculous as soon as it came out of her mouth. That is why in that moment, Kandi literally replied, "You just made that up," because she literally just spewed out nonsense. And the people that she was crying about being in her comments, girl, no, that was not affecting your business. It was just people trolling you. You still have trolls in your comments today that are also not affecting your business. Kandi wanted to get back at Portia. I personally feel like till today, Kandi does not like Portia. The only reason why she is quote unquote cool with her is because Portia is a fan favorite. And Kandi is very smart in, you know, playing up to what she knows the viewers want to see. If the viewers did not like Portia, Kandi would not see it for her at all. Very vindictive, and very nasty spirit.
Lauren, you got a good point, girl. And I never thought about it from that angle. Thank you for saying that. Candy knows.
It's just like
Candy knows if she go head to head, like Candy versus Portia, that she'll be swept off in a tidal wave because the fans love Portia. Portia's fun. Portia's pretty. Portia's interesting. Portia's entertaining. Now, when she tried to do that head to head with Nene has such a strong personality and she's such a polarizing figure that she could still survive in Candy versus Nene, because the people who just can't stand that strong black female persona would just automatically gravitate to her because she's like the generic. She's the great value black lady, basically. So Candy, yeah, she's great value.
Yeah, exactly.
She does not give
see that
worldwide,
but yeah, Miss Worldwide, great value, straight from China.
Not want her
straight from China, and she knows that she doesn't give full strength black woman, and she knew going against Nene, that's an easy, even if I don't get real fans, I will grift enough fans just from the ones who don't like Nene. I'll make it. She knew. Lauren has an excellent freaking point. If she went head to head with Portia, she would be swept off in a tsunami. Like, girl, the booty would make a tsunami that would wash her off the map. It just wouldn't survive it. And the thing with Candy, like, oh, you made that up. Candy was saying that, like, first off, how the hell did you hear it? Because it's not that she thought Portia really made that up. She knew she said it. But I believe, and just like I said when it came to Juan and his comments about a threesome with Karen, I believe you said it, but I believe you were joking or you were drunk. I do believe Candy said it because I don't believe that Carlos King plucked that out of the air. We all know her and Carlos King were extremely close at that time. And Carlos told Phaedra, and Phaedra ran her mouth. That's how got it. That's why, if you notice on that reunion that year, Candy was rah until she realized it came from Phaedra, and then all she could do was cry because she knew she couldn't fuck with Phaedra. Phaedra knows where all her bodies are buried, literally.
I agreed with Nene's assessment of Candy though, 100%. Like Candy, every 2 seconds it was nice, but every 2 seconds she turned everything sexual. And it was really overbearing. I feel like Candy declassed the show.
She did.
Yeah.
She did.
That's why I can't get with Candy. I like Candy as a whole, but from afar. I personally felt like Nene was spot on when it came to Candy's assessment. She was just so lowbrow. But my thing with Candy is she lucked up and got this situation, because other than that, I already wanted her off the show.
Yeah. Like
Candy, you can see the fact that Candy put up this ultimatum of her or Phaedra, that just shows how evil she is. Because it's like, Candy, okay, even when other people talk about the situation and they're like, these accusations were, too low, it was too slanderous or whatever. I guess, but again, I never took it serious. Like, I thought it was just foolishness that was being thrown around. But the fact that till today, Candy is still like, it's either me or Phaedra, she is a very vindictive and nasty person, even with how she even treated Phaedra on the show.
Yep.
On Monday, she spilled all her tea. Yes.
To me,
she's not a good person.
To me.
Two men. That is the worst part.
You switched up on your good Judy for me.
But this is the other thing, right? I feel like her whole is Phaedra or is me. I didn't really see that one as vindictive, and I'm gonna tell you why. I saw that as self-preservation, because she knew if Phaedra was on there and she tried to just be snippy and nasty with Phaedra would then be in a position to tell all her business. I think it was self-preservation also, because Todd befriended good old broke Apollo. So it was like, okay, well, Todd wants to be his friend, so I'm gonna take Todd and Apollo's side against you, even though I've been being your friend all this time. She literally took sides against her friend and then started, Mr. Chocolate and this and that. It's like, girl, bye.
I agree, but I see
the first one to scream about, till Mad Day come. And literally, you treated your friend bad way before Mad Day. And Mad Day really got nasty. And I think that it's not that she was like, oh, I'm gonna be nasty to Phaedra, I'm gonna stay away from Phaedra. It was the fact of I cannot go at Phaedra because Phaedra will tell my real business.
Even during the reunion, I remember, I think somebody asked her, like, why you more mad at me and not the person it came from?
Hello.
You're attacking Portia when it's clear Phaedra did not deny it came from me, but you're attacking Portia.
Oh yeah, Portia said that.
Because Phaedra owned it. Phaedra never lied and said I didn't say it.
She never lied.
And she never said it wasn't true. She just
and
told
she didn't
Portia,
snitch either.
And that's right. She never said it wasn't true. She apologized to Portia and said, I'm sorry I put you in this.
That's what she said. She never said it wasn't true.
It ain't true.
She used to say that she lied. Even when
because she didn't. She got it from Carlos King. How the hell can you be lying when you repeated what you was told?
Right.
For me,
that's where people like always get gossip messed up. Words mean things.
Yeah.
If I was told something got done that I was told, you can't tell me what I was told. I heard it.
And can I just say this too? This is why I really wholeheartedly feel like Giselle deserves to be fired, because I really don't see the difference. I really don't see the difference between that situation and the one with Chris, especially when she went as far as to get a third party and to have them say that he was being like overly friendly, then act like they really tried to destroy that man's character. So if Phaedra can be fired over hearsay, how much more so should Giselle deserve to be fired for dragging other people into it?
But it wasn't just the hearsay. These are the elements that y'all are missing.
Yeah.
And they're so blatant. Like, follow me on this one. Because production did not cut that scene, because Kandi made the allegations that it affected her business, then Kandi had leverage with Bravo. Yep. It wasn't like Bravo saying, hey, Phaedra, we can't tolerate this. You repeating rumors that upset the Billy Goat. You gotta go. No, it was the Billy Goat saying, hey, this affected my business. Y'all didn't cut it out. Look what it's doing to me. People are calling me Bill Cosby.
Oh, okay.
Then she had leverage.
Yeah.
That is the issue.
I'll say that Phaedra's only mistake in my eyes was not making it clear that she had gotten it from somebody and making it seem like Kandi had told her that firsthand. Because that's what Portia kept saying.
But that wasn't. But here's the thing: that still has nothing to do with the price of tea in China, because Portia didn't say the person who told me no for a God-heaven fact. No, she simply said I was told. So it didn't matter how many people it traveled through in the game of telephone.
At the reunion, Portia, when Phaedra was like, oh, like I just heard it, I repeated it, and Portia was like, no, you told me that Kandi told you. You told me that she said it directly to you.
Now that's true. Now that she did. But I feel like where Phaedra was concerned, Phaedra was like not trying to put nobody else in it, maybe, or whatever, or maybe she did like some people do. They want to be the person who heard the stuff rather than just say, hey, I wasn't there, but this is what was said. Some people like to be the center of attraction, but it goes to the fact that, like I said, Kandi used leverage with Bravo in order to keep that people out. And I feel like once Kandi fell into the trap of benefiting from everything dungeon, we see the resurgence of Phaedra all over Bravo. Because and that, in my opinion, is very telling, because it shows that Bravo did not want to get rid of Phaedra. They didn't want nothing to do with getting rid of Phaedra. They were in a position where they had to placate her to avoid a possible litigation with her. Bubblicious Janae, thank you for the super chat. She said, people kill me thinking Phaedra dumb and can't win a case. Mama is smart and knows sometimes it's better to eat too much than to speak too much. Everybody in Atlanta knows it's true about Kandi and Tiny. All right. Thank you, Bubblicious Janae. Yeah, I heard that. Phaedra's definitely not dumb. Phaedra's definitely not dumb. And there's a lot of people that like to run with that trope. And again, it's annoying because they're only doing it because she's a black lawyer and she wears tight clothes.
She didn't get to law school being dumb.
But here's the thing, though. I give Kandi credit for being angry because I don't know how to react in those situations, right? Like, she could be angry. Whatever came after that, cool. But for me, is where she keeps pushing and pushing and pushing it beyond everything that it was. Like, she could have been angry 1-2 seasons, but then, you know, the whole keeping Phaedra off the show, that's where she lost me.
But
Because
sis, and you have to understand, like, dig what I'm saying. She's not angry. She's trying to save her neck.
Yeah.
I know that
Phaedra
part.
comes back. What is to stop Phaedra from telling everything? Because Phaedra knows.
I felt like she saved her neck to stay on the show, because I already, before all of this, wanted Candy off. She was too smutty, right? But at the same time, as much as I wanted her off, as much as I felt like she took things too far, I still can't say that she shouldn't have been angry at all. I'll give her that. I'll definitely give her the ability to be angry, because I can't tell her how to react.
I don't think she even had room to be angry.
The
way that Candy has been able to rewrite history and position herself as a victim is incredible to me, because Phaedra shared that rumor as retaliation in a sense, because Candy and her had already fallen out. Candy had already taken position, taken the side of Todd and Apollo. And I remember because Phaedra was upset with Candy because Candy kept talking about who she's like seeing outside of Apollo, or other guys she's seeing, asking or trying to pressure her to take the kids to go see Apollo in jail, and talking about it on camera, when it was very clear that that is something that Phaedra was not comfortable with, and you're supposed to be her friend. So Phaedra was like, all right, let me get down in the dirt with you, and said that as retaliation.
Your business.
Exactly. And then it just so happened that Candy was able to use this as a this SA allegation and turn it into this whole thing. Candy was not innocent. They were going back and forth.
Yep. And
that's right.
It.
And I'm mad that Phaedra never told her side of that.
Yeah, I'm about to drop though, but Seanitra, I'm so happy to see you. I laughed at your other live, and I love to see Kai. I don't know where Kai went one time, but I'd be loving.
My baby was taking trips and stuff. Wait.
Yeah, I'd be loving to see when she come up and stuff. And thanks everyone. Hope you have a good day. Bye.
All right, bye, gorgeous. Yeah. Every after that, right, Michelle Cochran. Everything after that was dungeon. We got a dungeon reunion, a dungeon. And she didn't realize she with all her dungeon. She was literally laying the foundation for Phaedra to walk right back in the door.
Yeah. Like, I do not think that Phaedra was absolutely lying. I think she truly only messed up by saying that Candy told her directly. She should have just said she got it from somebody from the beginning. Actually, you know what? She shouldn't have sent Portia to say it.
I don't think
actually.
She sent Portia to
say
I
don't think she sent Portia.
She told Portia, and Portia is Portia, and she ran her mouth, but she was like, "Well, hell, I heard it. Why can't I say it?"
Yeah. And at that time, Phaedra didn't want to say she got it from Carlos.
That's right. Now that's the bottom line. But the truth of the matter is, now y'all know that's country folks 101 though. If I heard it, why can't I say it?
Yeah, if it's true.
How come? Because one thing about us, us country folks, honey, if I hear it, I'm gonna say it, and I'm gonna tell you, well, I heard it. This is what I heard. Now, if I know you said it, oh no, heifer, I know you said it because I was sitting there and I had on a yellow dress and you had on a red one, and we both was eating pizza, and you opened your mouth after that's different. But if I heard it, I heard that. This is what I heard you say. She wasn't wrong for saying that, and everybody tried to turn it into Portia did something to Candy. Portia ain't do nothing to that heifer, and Candy was trying to be smart. Candy made this into something. She's the one that ran through the cast telling everybody.
Yeah.
Her and Portia had a conversation off to themselves. Candy ran around and told everybody.
I'm telling you.
After pretending it wasn't a big deal when they had the one-on-one conversation.
She didn't even have to bring it up in Hawaii.
But it's because
she's the one who brought it to the table in Hawaii. She didn't have to say nothing.
But not just in Hawaii. She told everybody. She ran to everybody, told everybody, acting like she was all upset with the Billy Goat cry and everything. But during that one-on-one with Portia, she laughed and was like, "Child, whatever. That ain't you made that up."
Yeah, She went home and thought about it. She went home
Damn.
and thought about how she could capitalize off of it, and she got a 2-for-1 for quite a while. Because she had been wanting to make her brand complete smut, so she can say, "Oh, I had to take this turn because of the rumors," which don't make sense, but okay. And then you got Phaedra off before Phaedra could really spray you because you tried Phaedra.
Yep. Not to mention the fact she was after Portia. She was after Portia.
Yeah.
And she proved that she was after Portia in the worst way. Even when the girl started dating Dennis, she started bringing his exes around her. Like, she was doing the most.
Yeah, she was annoying because she was pretending that.
And pretending like it was my team. It was, girl, that was you.
No, but she was pretending like, oh, I'm okay with Portia. We didn't finally get over that hump, but you weren't okay. You're still upset. Like, but really, you're mad because Portia's pretty. That's what it comes down to. It's a pretty problem.
It's the pretty tag.
You're mad, so you finally had a leg to stand on. Because I've been not liking you, but
and
now
and you know what?
She only laid off of Portia when Portia got pregnant because I guess her conscience got to her and was like, "Oh, let me not put this stress on this lady."
Candy,
you know what it was with that pregnancy? She fell back during that pregnancy because she knew if she kept attacking a pregnant lady, the optics wasn't gonna work in her favor. As super chat, boo. That's what it was.
She's a dud. I think that she knows that she's a dud.
Yeah,
and that's why she is so insecure, and that's why she operates the way that she does. Like, I feel like she knows that she needs to kind of like keep herself in the top 3 because she's not going to be there naturally. So she like operates in that space.
Well, she country and lane. I say, she country and lane.
Yeah, that's what her husband said. Her husband said she was country and lane. And I tend to agree with Todd. Like, I don't normally like him, but when he, a broke clock is right twice a day. And the truth of the matter is, Nene said it about her. Like, you want to be the it girl bad. You want to be the number 1 bad.
You have the eye, but you
are
be number 2 for the
T-boo.
Let me ask you this, Seanitra, if you don't mind. Because I'm boycotting. Did they mention the burn session at the reunion?
No. But this is my thing. Nene said this about Candiace from before. You want to be the it girl. You want to be that number 1 girl. And you're not. You're number 2. You're forgettable. Like, the only time we remember her is the dragger. Or to pray that that garden gnome don't steal all her money.
I cannot.
Right.
Like,
Candy really is like,
you're not that. What I'm saying is, like, every girl that occupies that space has a space. Like, Kenya is a pretty girl, but she's a mean girl, right? You got Portia is the pretty, fun, shapely, sapphire trope. She's that girl. Then you got Phaedra, which is the lawyer, the sassy read girl. I'm gonna give you old sassy, lawyer read girl. She gonna read you. Then you got Nene. Nene just the it girl. You don't know what that fool coming with, but she's pure electricity. And then there's, Kim. And then there's just Candy.
No, but actually, and Candy's just, you can tell that she's deeply insecure about that, because if you really pay close attention to how she interacts with the other housewives on Atlanta, she's always comparing something. If it's not, oh, how did you afford this? Where'd you get this money from? With Nene going into her closet and like, oh, I want to see this, I want to see that. She always wants to try to make sure that she knows what everyone else is doing so that she can try to position herself above them. And I'm like, if she needs to go to therapy about that, because for someone who is like well into their 40s to be acting like that is highly concerning.
I feel like that's been her whole career.
That's been her life.
She got accolades and the money and never got the recognition that she wanted, never got the fame that she wanted, never was that girl. And so
she don't sound good.
I think she got a complex about it.
She definitely has a complex, and that's clear. I'm part of me wants to watch this whole Escape SWV thing, but part of me just can't suffer through it. It just looks so painful. But you gotta, like, if we're gonna be honest, Escape wasn't no big group back in the day. They weren't no super group back in the day. They were just the girls that Biggie Smalls called ugly. Like, that's all they were. They had like a couple of little songs. I still don't understand why they would get back together to go on tour. Y'all gonna sing the same 4 songs?
Yeah.
Y'all just gonna go city to city and sing 4 songs. Negro, please. I'd rather download that on Amazon Music and move on with my life. And the 4 songs that they had, they weren't even like smash hits back in the day. Right. Those were just songs that were in rotation on the radio, largely because of Jermaine Dupri. Not even because of them. Because Jermaine used to make them bumping beats, and he still make bumping beats.
You would think that they was platinum hits the way they
the way they trying to spin this thing, like y'all can't rewrite history. We know nobody was at the club bumping y'all. Nobody was pushing through the hood like really blasting it. Nobody.
No, for real. Y'all were not SWV or In Vogue
at all.
Brownstone.
They weren't. Well, Brownstone. They was about, you know, they could hang together. You know, Brownstone had better vocals, but neither one of them really reached the acclaim that they would have liked. Like you were not a super group. So it's like you was in a group that wasn't it. You were not in the it group. You wasn't even the best singer in the group. Of the girls that wasn't the it group.
You were the worst.
The absolute worst. The whole Billy, the Billy and the Goat.
Oh, that's why you call her Billy Goat? That is so funny.
I call her the Billy Goat because she sounds like she bleats when she talks.
Did you I know y'all saw it, but I recently saw a clip of Shemaya when she was on there and she was like singing, and then in the next scene Candiace decided to get up and sing, and it was so bad.
Well, because she can't sing.
No, she can't. And she really needs to. She can't sing and she can't dress.
Well, she can't do a lot of stuff.
I think her biggest accolade is for Housewives.
Girl, now listen. Can we tell the truth about this songwriting business, or do we have to pretend like Candy is a songwriting genius?
Can
we tell the truth?
Talk about it.
Can we tell the truth, or must we keep lying?
Child.
Do tell.
And I feel say.
Because see, the truth of the matter is, she stumbled up on some stuff. No Scrubs got her paid. It's a couple of other things where she helped write hooks and she helped write some stuff here and there. But Candy ain't no hellified songwriter. She is not a Neo. I can't stand Neo. Right. But that funny looking little boy can write a song.
But see, I would prefer her stand on I'm a songwriter and instead of this other stuff that she want to push so hard. But this
is the thing. Even as a songwriter, you mediocre. You literally wrote No Scrubs and had to give it away because you knew if y'all sang it, it was going nowhere. You had to give it to TLC. Like everything about you, baby, you got a second man anointing. You are not the front runner. No, that's real. I want y'all to tuck that in your pocket, because one thing about it, and 2 things for sure: when you operate within your purpose, you shine. As long as she operates as that second man within her actual gift and talent and anointing as the second man, she excels. When every time she tried to be the front man or the front runner, she ruined everything. She tried to be she tried to be the front man and Escape and everybody in Escape. She tried to be the front man on RHOA and not ain't a goddamn person watching. Ooh. You are not a front runner. It's just like even in the Bible, Moses was the front runner. Aaron had a second man anointing. John the Baptist wasn't no front runner. Jesus was the front runner. John the Baptist had a second man anointing. Sometimes your spot is in the background, and ain't nothing wrong with that. People need to be real,
right?
But some people, you so hyped up and wanting to have what the other person has. That's what he got for them. That might not be what he got for you. Somebody need to hear this. He might not have it for you to be the front runner. And that's okay. Everybody don't need to be the name on everybody's lips. Everybody don't need to be a household name like that. Why she run, I'm worldwide. Well.
Yeah.
We could drop you off right now. We could drop you off right now in the middle of Italy. Don't nobody know you.
Exactly.
We could drop you off in the middle of Spain. Don't nobody know you. We could drop you off in Scandinavia, girl, unless they watch the Housewives and the black ones at that. Girl, don't nobody know you. You're not Oprah. Hell, even Oprah had a hard time getting in that shop over there in Paris a few years ago, and they got embarrassed. So stop this. I'm worldwide. You not. You Atlanta wide. Your own husband said them people don't know you in New York. That man said you was country and lame. And then he wasn't even decent enough to deny it. Let Marlo just straight embarrass you like that at that table.
Yeah, he definitely never denied it.
Oh, it's the never denying. Like,
well, he with me now. Girl, that's not good enough. He called you country and lame, and he's with you throwing hissy fits because he don't want you to leave your money to your dog.
That was a nasty read.
My God, my God.
But see, but that's a word for, I won't say this generation, but for this era, because everybody wants to be a star, and everybody is not a star. Let it go. Everybody
or an entrepreneur. Everybody wants to be an entrepreneur. Somebody gotta be the star.
Well, it's okay. I mean, just
entrepreneurial spirit, ain't nothing wrong with that. But everybody ain't meant to be no star. Let me tell you something. I ain't nobody's star. Let me tell you that little girl at that bottom corner is my eldest child. That's mama's pride and joy. And she can tell you, I'm nobody's star. I do my best work preparing, molding, and pushing other people to the front. And I'm comfortable with that because that's my blessing. It has been my blessing. Yes. I have not only excelled at that, I have been blessed by that. I have been, when I say wildly blessed by that, I have been blessed by that. I'm good at preparing others and pushing them up there to the front. And guess what else? I ain't mad about it. I'm not going to sink my ship trying to be something that I was not ordained to be. Like, it's just stupid.
Did y'all see that video that Candy made for Valentine's Day?
I caught a glimpse of that foolishness with her putting on them auntie wigs and doing them.
Oh my God, I was cringing so bad. I be feeling so bad for Riley.
So bad for Riley.
And she's old enough to understand embarrassment or feel embarrassment.
Well, she's a little young adult now. She's a little adult. So of course she understands that. Can you imagine if your mama was putting on that lingerie and getting on the internet and gapping her? You would die, wouldn't you?
Girl, you know what Beyonce used to do to Tina, take her phone and delete her accounts and stuff, because that's what I did.
Woo! We put on some lingerie and get in front of the camera and gap her wigs.
That sounds nasty.
And a bunch of different auntie wigs. I would never embarrass my poor babies like that.
Tiny look a mess. Tiny looks so bad.
Tiny does look bad. Like, she had kind of came around at one point, and she looking really bad right now.
Listen, I don't know. Like, and I'm gonna say this, and I think this is just because I am in the Pretty Black Girls fan club. I have tried to like imagine what to do to like fix the way Candy be looking, and I think some of it is maybe the way she be dressing, or I don't know. Maybe it's the way she tries to. Maybe she's being unnatural. Maybe that's what's going on.
She always dressing uncomfortable.
I agree.
She's too homely. She's too homely.
It's almost like the things that she's doing is not natural to her. And guess what? There's nothing wrong with a girl being homely. I think if she dressed more to what her personality actually was, it wouldn't look so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
I agree.
100%.
I don't think that's
because it's like she trying to wear like sexy vixen type stuff, and it's like, girl, that ain't you. That looks strange. And it come off weird. Comes off a little weird. And I think that's what's kind of, it kind of throw you a little bit when you look at her, especially the lingerie and the auntie wigs and the leg gap. And I'm like, oh, no, sis. No. Don't do that.
Somehow on the Atlanta show, she developed this like persona as being this like, I don't know, sexual deviant or mistress or something. And she feels the need to really play into that for whatever reason, even though she's always given me like pillow princess. So I don't even know how she was able to draw up that personality, but it really does look unnatural. I don't even know if it's like her look in like as in like her actual face and her build, but it's weird. It's cringe. Like that video was so cringe.
It was very cringe. But you know what? Like, it would have been more interesting if she had just played into what she's, what actually fits her persona, her personality, and still express that she's a sexual person. Because who wrote this rule book that if you're extremely sexual, you have to dress like this or act like that, or if you dress a certain way, you have to be sexual. I remember being a young girl, like Florida culture was half naked. I was half naked all the time. And people who didn't know any better would be like, oh, she got to be doing this. And I wasn't doing a goddamn thing, but being half naked. Because Lord knows a man couldn't touch me. But I think she could have really broken some barriers and started some very interesting conversations by just being comfortable. Like, you don't have to wear them clothes as, like sis say, 2 sizes too small. You don't have to do all that and show your body parts to prove that you're a sexual being. I think it's a normal thing. It can be a beautiful thing if you marry, I'm old fashioned. I don't care if I'm geezering, shoot me. But I just feel like, why did she have to put on a caricature in order to tell her story or to express herself as a sexual being? Because it comes across like a caricature. What'd you say, baby?
With Candy at her old age is still trying to feel desirable. Mm-hmm. And that's the problem.
Mm-hmm. And you don't have to do that, because being desirable has nothing to do with your clothing. If I want to, I can walk out that door in a potato sack and you know it. And I can stop traffic if need be.
Candy is trying to keep up with the girls of my generation that's in the
She
industry
lacks
now.
confidence. That's what it sounds like.
And it's not working, man. Sit down, super freaky grandma.
Ooh. Yeah, it sounds like she lacks confidence. And
like
sometimes
she's trying
when
to
you
keep
lack
up
confidence,
with the young girls, because like that's what's in, and that's what the new girls are dressing like. But like you are in your approaching 50 or something like that. Like sit down.
Well, I think the thing more than age, I think that it's not lost on me that she had to share a screen with the likes of Portia Williams. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It ain't lost on me.
Ate her. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just having to stand next to that heifer shook her to her core. Yep. Like, yeah, say what you will or may. The heifer might not be bright, but the heifer's bad.
She's beautiful. Mm-hmm.
And she's been bad. Mm-hmm. When she came on there with Cordell, she was bad.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Porch is very pretty.
She been bad from the giddy up. That's why she was in the rap videos, dancing around, shaking her big old booty back then. The girl is bad. Now that's just it, and that's all. Then it didn't help that she had to stand next to the likes of a Kenya Moore. Love or hate her, Kenya's a pretty black woman. Mm-hmm. It's not lost on me that she had to stand next to a Nene Leakes. That she, I'm pretty sure, tried to compare herself to in every way. Like, well, she's not the most pretty, but I mean, Nene just got that something.
Yeah.
And so you sitting there and you don't want to try to just do what's comfortable to you, because I think Candy felt like she had to compete. And I think that's where black women lose at, is trying to compete with your sisters. There's no two black women who are alike. I don't care if you're twins. When God made black women, he was showing off. We are like thumbprints. There's no two alike. Trying to compete with somebody that you would never meant to compete with will only make you miserable. There is only one you. I don't care how bad Portia is. Portia bad, and I give her props, but the heifer ain't me. Just like we were talking about Karen Huger, and people felt the need to try to diminish her. Karen is a bad older lady, but she ain't Nitra. Kai is gorgeous, but Kai is not Essence. Essence is a pretty girl, but she's not Geneva. You get what I'm saying? Every woman comes with her own thing. What is this competition of a thing? You're not all competing for the same money, the same men, the same aspirations, or anything. What's for you is uniquely tailored to you. It is as uniquely tailored as you are. If you are a designer original and you realize that, why would you turn yourself into a bootleg of somebody else? That's stupid.
I think we are in a time of coveting.
You right.
We are in a time of coveting. So you can't appreciate nothing you got because you coveting what everybody else got.
Right.
And that ain't nothing but a Luciferian spirit. Focusing on what you don't have rather than being grateful for what you do.
And it's and what you do have that you don't appreciate is somebody else out there wishing they had what you got. And you
exactly because they coveting rather than appreciating what they got. There was a woman down there in Hawaii made me so uncomfortable. She did it to my face, y'all. She was half my height and 1/4 of my weight, and I'm sitting there like, heifer, I trade wastelands with you now. And then that just goes to say, like, as women, you mess yourselves up when you start comparing yourself to other women and coveting and comparing yourself and trying to compete. Who the hell does that?
But see, that's something you start doing in puberty. But that's why at home life is very important. Yeah. Because that's something natural that you do. Your body start developing. So you start looking at, well, she got boobs. I don't have boobs. She has a butt. I don't have a butt. My boobs growing in lopsided. You know, that's what you do at puberty. That's what happens. But some women get stuck in that. And then the social media age help them get stuck in that. And then they mamas and grandmamas might have been sick. So nobody was telling them that you're okay how you are. And that's just how you are. And that's just how they are. They be sick at home.
Yeah. And Candy's stuck in that. But I don't want to just make it like it's just her. It's a lot of women that's stuck in that. If you ask me, Giselle's still stuck in that.
Definitely.
Giselle seems to be stuck in somewhere between puberty and young adulthood.
Because she couldn't stand how fine Monique was.
She couldn't stand it. She couldn't stand it.
Mentally, Giselle's in like sophomore year of undergrad.
I agree.
I tell you, that lady came in. She was fine. She had a husband that loved her. She
had the money.
She had the house, the money.
Working out every day.
Stand her.
Look at working out every day, skin glowing,
working out, skinny. Giselle couldn't stand that lady.
Not just skinny, but her skin was glowing. Her hair was healthy. She had all her edges.
Yep.
I mean, just gorgeous, bad. And instead of her, like, you know, if y'all ain't figured out, I get excited when I see pretty black girls. I do. I'm sorry. Well, let me not lie. I'm not sorry. I love pretty, but I get excited. I'll be like, dang, sis, bad. But everybody don't get that same level of excitement and joy by seeing another pretty black girl. For some ladies, it goes straight to compare and bitterness and resentment instead of just being excited. I don't understand why not be excited, but you know,
right? Or just I don't know. Everything has to be a competition for them. Like
that's why they can't get excited.
You mad at the girl for being pretty? Just go ask her who a doctor is.
Hello,
like,
hello.
Yeah, that's only if she's going to a doctor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like if she going to the ask her what's her workout plan.
Routine,
ask her, you know,
find out what she wash her hair with. What's her diet?
Yeah.
Don't be a hater.
Girl, what the hell you doing? Because I got to do what you doing. You look good, girl.
Sis put me on.
You ain't lying. You see me over here. Come on, help a girl out. Help me out. You see this?
And if you approach other women like that, they always gonna put you on because you didn't come weird.
She should have asked her what moisturizer she was using because those close-up shots of Giselle at the reunion and the bottom of her face, the way it was sagging, I'm like,
I mean, I don't understand what's wrong. I don't know what's wrong with Giselle face and neck because she had pulled it up and it didn't fell back down.
That's what I didn't understand because
Giselle
I knew she
not
pulled
wearing
it up.
enough SPF or something.
I don't know, but the thing is, you know, she avoids the sun and she brags about it. But the issue for me was I knew she pulled it up. I saw the pictures over the summer where she pulled. I said, "Oh, get it, girl! She done pulled it up. Come on, Giselle, let's get it, girl." And all of it, it's like, you know how you pull your socks up and they slouch back down. It looked like she been playing soccer and that sock slid back down. Hey,
like around her jaw, it looked like she was like around her jaw. it was giving like 74, 75. It was crazy. Those close-up shots were telling.
It was giving jowls.
It was rough. It was giving, but you know,
and
I first noticed her jowls during the Monique reunion. Only when Adrian said facts. I remember when Giselle said on a hot mic that Monique's light eyes were contacts. She couldn't stand a brown-skinned girl with beautiful eyes like hers. Ooh.
I remember that too.
Yep. And you know what? And this is how I know that Giselle can absolutely do better in the looks department, because on that sneak peek of the confessionals for the Ultimate Girls Trip coming up, and how good she looked in that confessional, and the one confessional that Giselle just so happens to look good in is the one where she's sitting right next to Portia Williams. That's how I know she can do better.
Portia probably put her makeup artist on Giselle.
That's how I know she can do better, because she sat next to Portia. She wasn't looking no fool.
And this was during a live scene or during the little shot for the.
She said it's the confessional.
Yeah, it was a sneak peek of her confessional look for the coming up Ultimate.
She did look better, but Portia is a girl's girl. Portia probably put her. She wasn't gonna have her sit next to her, knowing how looking Portia like herself looked. Have you looking like that as another black woman? Even though Giselle ain't for black women, Portia is not like that. She's like, girl, let me put you together. That's probably what Portia did.
Portia has never exhibited any type of jealousy toward other women. Like she's never exhibited anything, because she's very comfortable in her pretty. She rests in her pretty. She might not rest in much else, but she rests in her pretty. She do. So she don't mind sharing power. See, this little girl y'all talking with here, my baby, this little angel, I taught her that from young, didn't I? Share your power with your sisters. Beauty is power. And the way you share power is by making sure that your sisters around you are just as beautiful and feel just as beautiful as you. When you share power, you have more power. Mm-hmm. Giselle had pretty in her youth, but you can tell by her demeanor now, her mama never taught her to share power. She never taught her to share power. You become more powerful as you share power with your sisters. Like literally, you're only as good as your sisters. Like you sitting out there trying to be the lone one and combat everybody like you know, She-Ra, Lord of the Jungle. Like, what the hell are you doing? Share power with your sisters. Let's all be beautiful together.
You know, now your friends looking a fool.
Right. Because you can't go nowhere with me looking crazy.
Right. If my hair done, your hair will be done.
Exactly. Even if I gotta do it.
Hello. Even if I got to do it. Come on.
With my own two fingers, you a lie. If your eyebrows looking like Al B. Sure or looking like a caterpillar attacked your face, God darn it, get over here and stay still.
Mm-hmm. Right.
The way Wendy Osefo Edges was looking when she was being friendly with them, and Giselle ain't hold her down and scrape them things off.
See, that's when I knew. That's when I knew that Giselle was an evil AKA. But I'm like, that's how you do your sister.
I thought the same thing. Right. That's your sis. You ain't gonna be like sis.
And this is the thing. The fact that she didn't do that let me know they didn't like Wendy. They were just comfortable that she was a black girl that they felt like wasn't trying to look better than them. Because the minute that girl came back, edge correct, wig put on properly, makeup with the correct foundation, body pulled together, suited and booted, they was mad as hell. They've been mad ever since.
Took it out my mouth. They've been mad ever since.
Ever got doggone sense.
And Giselle has real venom for Wendy.
Then Big Reese coming down. Big Reese came in there wearing tablecloths and curtains, and they fine with that, with them plastic wigs on.
And then wop-sided eyelashes.
Yeah, they just falling off her face. I don't know what she got in her divorce, because that's not my business, and she ain't never said. But I know for a fact she got enough money that she don't have to look like that.
Right.
I know that, and Giselle and Robin know that, but they ain't trying to help her. They comfortable with Big Reese looking like that because that in their mind that makes them look better. Those the kind of helpers that would get up and go to the club with one ugly girl to make her sit at the booth and hold a purse. So they think they really thought they looked better by standing next to an unattractive person. That's that petty, that petty backwards thinking. Because I ain't never did that. I don't run with ugly chicks. I never did. I don't trust ugly women. I don't. And I talk to y'all here, don't you ever trust an ugly woman.
Oh my goodness! Not that you ever trust an ugly woman.
They're dangerous. They are dangerous.
They can be dangerous.
Always dangerous. I've never seen it not be true. I've never seen it not be true. Reasons being, one, there are some people who are not traditionally, like maybe aesthetically what you would call pretty, but there's something in them that makes them beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
That sister is all right. But when somebody's just downright ugly, you better not trust that heifer.
Mm-hmm. You know, when you're ugly on the inside, it show on the outside. God.
Have mercy.
It'll definitely take away from your outer beauty.
It does.
We've seen it with Kenya.
It starts to show in your skin.
It almost starts to rot you from the inside. Like, that ugly is a sign from God. Run. Just run. Look at Robert Dixon. Exhibit A, Robert Dixon.
The longer she on the show, the worse she started to look to me.
That's the nature boy, Ric Flair.
See, but I feel like Giselle was already on her aging train and she sped it up by getting on this show being evil.
No.
She definitely sped it up. Her first season, Giselle didn't look that bad. She didn't even look her age. At this point, she looked older than her age. It was all that on there plotting.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That, seeing this figures. I keep telling y'all.
And Juan aging Robin.
Thank you, Deborah. Deborah say Peanut drop dead gorgeous too, just like her mama. I don't know if she got it from me, but that heifer, she dropped dead gorgeous. I put work in. I put work into that. That's right. But yeah, that evil will get you. Robert just been ugly since she got there to me. I just was like,
Yeah, Robin never did it for me. Like, you just light skin.
Child.
That's what it be.
That's all it is. So, and the programming of light skin is better has wore off. So it's like you're just there.
So girl, you just got pretty eyes. That's it.
And the eyes is giving dog. I'm not. Ooh. I don't want them.
Oof. And see, this is the thing. Like, to me, that ain't pretty. Like, recessive does not equal pretty to me. For your eyes to be pretty, they need to be shaped pretty. Like, the shape of the eye, the lid, is it deep set? Is it, I didn't see nothing pretty about that good eye. I didn't. It's just light. That's all.
You know what? It's so funny you said that. Because I just have like regular, like brown, like dark brown eyes, like most of us do. And somebody had said my eyes was pretty, and I was like, they just like dark brown, like almost black. But I have big eyes.
But they're talking about your actual eye being pretty.
Yeah, they're talking about my actual. I thought they were talking about the eye color, but they were saying like my actual eye. Because I have like big eyes. Like,
it's pretty.
Yeah.
My baby has beautiful eyes. I know lots of ladies that have beautiful eyes. And it ain't got nothing to do with the color. Now you might say the color is pretty, or I like that color, but a color don't make your eye pretty. I'm just saying. Didn't Ted Bundy have light eyes?
Crying. Some of the clear ladies was going up for him, though. They was going up.
It was.
They was going
Girl, up. That just made my liver quiver. You said they was going up for him, huh?
They was. I'm
just saying, it's a lot of them that their eyes was light. That's all I'm saying. There's lots of serial killers had light colored eyes. It's lots of, like you say, even dogs have light colored eyes. So I mean, I don't know. I don't get the fascination.
You know what? Speaking of dogs, Ralph, do y'all believe what?
Wait, I'm sorry to bother you. I have to go.
All right, bye, gorgeous.
All right, guys. Y'all believe what Drew's saying in them divorce papers? So
I don't care what she's saying. I feel like they've been like not really like together like that. Like that man and her, they don't get along. We can see how they talk to each other. Ain't no Kim. Like, I feel like they was hanging on for the show. But apparently, unlike Robert Dixon, these people is not gonna torture themselves for no camera.
forever know. I feel like they agreed for just the first couple years. Drew then solidified being on the show because they don't get along. They not compatible. Don't seem like.
They never seem compatible to me. But when the people been trying to tell Drew about this, man, we told you when he was with Miss Tampa.
But she didn't need y'all to tell her. She already knew. That's what we said.
She knew already. Like, whether they was trying to actually try to make it work. I mean, I'm sure everybody tried to make it work, but she already knew what he was.
That's what. Listen, anytime you see a woman that ain't hearing nothing nobody's saying, it's because they already know. That's why it looks like, oh, she not listening. She already know. She don't care what y'all talking about. She know what she live with.
I would love to see the conversation. You know, I want to hear from the receptionist that was at the law office when Drew Sidor walked into there to file them divorce papers, and then Ralph walked in there an hour later to do the same.
I mean, I'm sure the clerks see stuff like that all the time, but to me, that's not even like, I don't know. I couldn't really cover that story because to me, it's not even enough of a story. Like,
because I just wonder, like, what was because they said they separated on Thursday and then they filed on Monday. Like, what happened? Like, what was the straw?
I think it was just time, and they did it like that to draw attention to the show. Like, I can't get into it. Their advent onto RHOA was a stunt. Oh, he disappeared 3 days, went to Tampa, won't tell me nothing, and we were supposed to believe that it was a black woman anywhere on the planet that was not gonna have a problem with that. Child, bye.
Yeah.
They not.
I'm gonna drop down. It was great chatting with everyone.
I'm glad you came up. I like when you pop up and talk to me.
No, yes, I love. I'm usually in the chat, but when I'm able, I like to try to get up here. So yeah, it's just great chatting with everyone. Bye.
All right. Well, we'll see you again. Have a great Thursday.
Yeah.
All right. Same to you.
He didn't even want to adopt her son. I'm glad he didn't adopt her son. Actually,
I don't even think she really wanted him to adopt that boy. That was just a talking point for that show. It didn't seem real then. It don't seem real now. Everything with Drew Sidor gives fake and contrived and poorly acted.
Just like her actual jobs.
But yeah, just like that.
Only role, I don't know. I only saw her on the game, and she thoroughly made me mad on the game.
She's already annoying as a person, so like it wasn't hard for her to play that character.
And you know what? She was playing herself. I didn't even know who she was. I thought that was a made up name for the show. I didn't know.
Like she was basically playing herself, and she really is aggravating like that.
Yeah, she's annoying. Like the whole thing, even that thing with Fat Tomb. Like, I didn't like Fat Tomb, the kitchen witch, but the whole thing of bringing a dog biscuit to throw in your purse, like, girl, what is this for?
Like, did you
really go buy doing housewives in imitations?
Oh my god, it's so corny. It's just so corny. She couldn't have got a job on Hee Haw with that acting.
Yeah, but see, that's what they didn't turn the housewives into, getting rid of the real people like Nene.
And bringing in cornballs and then looking at us like, why y'all not watching it? Like, why do you think?
Child, their whole household is a mess. From the gay rumors to the cheating rumors.
Yeah, it's just it's the rumor mill. There's no more, like, they used to have moments where the girls would go out, have fun, say he got physical. Yeah, I saw about the abuse. Like, I don't, is it bad that I don't care? Every time I hear Drew Sidor name, I just feel like somebody just brought me a plate of cold spaghetti. Like, just,
Nah, I just see it finna get messy for them. I don't see it being an amicable divorce. But I guess the story will unfold. I'm sure it won't be much worth or nothing.
Because it's like, I don't know what it is. Like, Drew gives nothing to me. Drew is worse than Candy. Like, I don't even know how she can be worse, but she's worse than Candy.
Drew is worse than Candy.
I would rather watch a Candy spinoff than to watch Drew for 5 years.
That is saying a lot.
I would rather watch a Candiace spinoff.
I
would rather get a glass of water at Blaze Seafood.
I'm crying.
Than to watch Drew do anything.
Not at Blaze Seafood. I forgot Kenny got all them restaurants.
Yeah, I'd rather go to Blaze
with F's on their food report card.
And get one of them dirty glasses of water than to watch Drew do anything.
Oh man.
And pay for the ice, because you know she charged for ice.
Oh man.
Oh, Lord. She a scammer.
No, she's not a scammer. She's a capitalist. Because when somebody tells you what they charge and you agree to it, that's not a scam. That's an agreement.
I was gonna say, because as soon as you told me that, I'd laugh.
Hello. So if you stay, then that is an implicit agreement. Simple as that. Candy is a capitalist. And ain't nothing wrong with that. We live in a capitalist system. You either choose to win or choose to lose.
You know what? I wonder how much of a part does Todd own in them restaurants?
And I don't know, but I do know those were all created after the marriage, so you know he coming for his cut. My only issue, like with that again, that's an agreement. Candy is aware of that. Candy is not a child, and she's not that stupid. My only issue with Todd is his target that he's placed on the money she made before he met her, and being angry because she's leaving that to her child.
Yeah, that too. He was a little too upset about her not leaving all her money to him.
He ain't nowhere in here you can get an attitude about me giving anything to my firstborn.
But how Candy was looking at him, like I don't think.
But in the very next scene, she's sitting up there smiling and grinning with him. There's no way. You know your mama.
She got the ease up out of it.
She know her husband, and I feel like Candy, the whole thing was like, you my husband and I love you while I'm here, but I just don't believe that you'll do right by my child. I know you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I feel like that's because Mama Joyce is there. If Joyce died tomorrow, Riley would be in trouble. Oh, Joyce got to live forever to protect Riley.
Yeah, because I'm with Mama Joyce on that one. Usually I don't agree with Mama Joyce on nothing. She get on my nerves. But
she was like, no, I need to be in charge too. You need to add my name to that. Because Mama
I don't believe for a second that man would do right by Riley.
She's gonna protect Riley. Joyce gonna protect Riley with her last drop of blood. Because like she said, they got a daddy. That's right. Joyce, that's why I say I love Joyce. I love me some Joyce. Joyce can't do no wrong with me. I'm sorry. Because Joyce is my type of girl when it comes to you protect your child over everything.
Yep.
Over everything. Ain't no way in hell Todd could have displayed that kind of attitude with me about one of my children. Really?
I feel like Candy gonna try. I feel like Candy getting over that marriage, and she just gonna try to ease. She gonna try to let it be amicable, and he the one gonna be bitter and salty and make it not. Yeah, but it's nothing wrong with her starting amicably and trying to ease out of there.
Let me tell you, so you know your mama. I ain't gotta tell you nothing. You know. The minute you display any type of an attitude of any kind toward my children, my way of getting rid of you ain't gonna be nice. And it ain't gonna be easy. It's gonna be ugly. And by the time you decide to make a move, I can promise you I'm gonna be 3 or 4 moves ahead of you. I'm gonna be in the process of dismantling your entire life before you make your first step. Candy's sitting up there taking pictures with him and grinning and skinning like a dummy. Kira, you talking?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought I heard something and it was staticking or something. But yeah, I just don't like that. But no, all that being said, I would rather watch Candy than watch Drew.
Crying.
For real. Matter of fact, I would rather watch Candy and Cynthia before I watch. I would watch Cynthia do a one-man show before I'd watch Drew Sidora.
Oh,
what was Candy's spinoff name? Candy in the Gang?
Yeah. Matter of fact, give me a whole season of Candy in the Gang before 5 minutes.
I tried to watch one episode of Candy in the Gang and I was asleep by the time it got to the first scene.
But if you give me the option and I gotta pick one, it's gonna be Candy in the Gang.
Crying.
Drew
I
is
feel like
boring.
it's because, but it's. I feel like Drew another person not being herself. Like she being a tryhard.
And and all the bad acting. She's trying to act like what she thinks we want to see on Housewives.
Yep.
And it's horrible. It is horrible. It's as bad as that Chanel Ion person. I was like, ugh. I watched that girl for 5 minutes and I was disgusted and annoyed.
Chanel wasn't bad on the show. The clips like took stuff out of context. Chanel was not doing too much.
It wasn't that she did anything bad. It was the overacting. I wanted to throw my shoe at her.
Yeah, some scenes she was doing a lot.
Yeah, just stop talking. Go away. Why do you look like that? Go away.
Yeah, some scenes she definitely did do too much. I really hope her next season is better because
I can't do it. I can't. Like when Housewives started, it was organic. It was real. Mm-hmm. Now it's a bunch of people overacting. There go my brother. I love you. You say you love her.
Are you?
Well, I'm gonna let you have her.
I love Chanel too. I do. I live for Chanel.
Paul, your niece say she loves Chanel too. I can't stand her. I can't stand her.
On the show,
I like Chanel, but
as the show played out, it was how she acted in those situations. I say it's maybe, I don't know. She acted okay. Like just the solo scenes, not seeing the full situation, it could seem like a lot, but she was fine. Especially dealing with all them passive aggressive heifers. She was aggressive, and they was trying to be passive aggressive. It fit. I didn't have a problem with Chanel as it played out.
This is the thing for me. I just don't want to see people acting. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like I'm an original Housewives fan. I want to see people living, not acting. It was supposed to be watching their lives, not watching them act and overact and poorly act. Mm-hmm. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see you trying to do Phaedra Parks and Nene Leakes impersonations.
I was just about to say that. Chris Bassett made a good point in that interview he did with Bravo Bros, and he was like, "It's reality TV is not reality TV anymore. Everybody's trying to create a moment."
Yep, they trying to recreate stuff, iconic moments that they've already seen instead of just living and letting stuff happen.
Yeah,
it's getting annoying on all of the franchises, and to me, most of the new girls are giving me that energy. Those new chicks on New Jersey are really a breath of fresh air for me because from what I've seen, they ain't really trying to recreate.
They're not really, yeah.
And I'm just like, oh my God.
Like they bring new girls onto like Atlanta and it's like everybody trying to be the next Nene, everybody trying to be the next Kenya, the next Phaedra.
Same thing with Mia though. Mia doing the same.
Yes, God.
Yes.
Real bad.
She does entirely too much.
She is super annoying. And that's what I'm saying. Don't bring in people with this garbage, man. Or they'll bring in a Drew who just overacts. We don't know who she trying to give. Or they'll bring in a Monietta who is like wallpaper. We already got Cynthia Bailey for wallpaper. What the hell are you here for?
I'm trying to tell you, Cynthia is better wallpaper.
She's prettier wallpaper. She got the cheekbones.
Yeah, that's way better wallpaper.
Mm-hmm. Did y'all hear she was coming back next season?
Oh my God. So we're going to have... Are we gonna have 2 rounds of wallpaper because they bringing Monietta? So we're gonna have two rounds of wallpaper.
Yeah, I heard Cynthia was coming back as a
Cynthia. Yep, as a friend, she been filming.
But this is the problem with that. The problem with that is Cynthia is a professional model, so Cynthia can just sit in the scene, do nothing, and pose, and give us cheekbones barely. Because Cynthia is, if nothing else, Cynthia is gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's Monietta. We already got average looking people doing nothing. We don't need another one.
Like, what do we know about Monietta outside of Neo making her get her teeth?
She's Neo baby mama. That's all she is. And she's average at best. She another one of them drop dead all right girls.
Crying.
We don't need another drop dead all right.
Like, she don't have no personality to me. Like, she was so boring.
Everything about her. Like, at least with Cynthia's boring, but she looks exciting, you know? Cynthia could sell you anything. Cynthia could sell me, well, she can't sell me that dry coochie cream she was selling. I don't want her. But
what? Where was she selling that?
This was a couple years ago. She was on her own Instagram selling the dry coochie cream. Now she was selling it. Mike Hill was in the ad and everything with the dry coochie cream. Now she can't sell me that, but Cynthia could sell me a wig. She could sell me some tea. She could sell me, real estate. Cynthia could sell you almost anything. She could sell, water to a well, salt to a slug, a hooker to a priest. She's beautiful.
Crying.
But Monietta, drop dead all right, Monietta. Neo baby mama Monietta. Really?
She was so boring. They gave her one confessional like the whole season.
Hey.
I mean, because what did she didn't add anything.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Oh, child.
And y'all want to give her a peach?
I don't understand.
They giving her one?
That's what I heard. I'm just like, y'all basically want the show to die. Just kill it already.
I mean, they just letting Candy do whatever then, because she came in as Candy homegirl.
Well, she the one brought in Toyota Forever. With all
really?
A lot of these Bravo shows are about to die off. That's why they're trying to do all these spinoffs with Ex-Wives Club and Ultimate Girls Trip, because a lot of these housewives are about to die off.
But you have to remember now, they told you that Nene is the one who came up with the Ultimate Girls Trip idea. She was saying like an All-Stars, bring in all the OGs and All-Stars from all of the franchises. And it was said then, and it was like they wouldn't do that unless the franchises were about to die off. So I'm just like, y'all basically told us what you was going to do. Yeah, and I still have an issue with the fact that y'all using everything that Nene gave you while trying not to give her props.
Nene just messed up giving them that stuff for free.
That's true.
You don't be sitting up talking ideas about nothing, especially when you're talking to people in that field. It's one thing if you think you're talking to somebody who ain't gonna do it, but you talking to people in that field. You can't trust them C words. So what you doing?
And not only that, there comes the issue where some people are natural creators, and you have people that will recognize that in you, and they will hang around you just to suck up ideas.
But at her big age, then at her age, then
better now.
Right, but then she was too old because she wasn't in her 20s. Then you should have known better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the show is truly dying, and I mean, especially Atlanta. I don't even know about the other shows. Like, I'm gonna give Potomac another chance because they haven't had a bad season in a while, but this was a bad season. But Atlanta, they are dying off. I mean, maybe up until like season 10, 11, like Atlanta wasn't getting no less than like 2 million viewers live. And
first, they murdered themselves.
Yeah, and this past season, I mean, they was at like 700,000 viewers.
When they tried to give Nene that nasty contract and Sis stalled them out and wouldn't sign it, they were done from then. Like literally, the plug was pulled at the bottom of the bathtub right then. That's why they were forced to rebound and try to attack Portia with some bolo crap. It was weak. It was whack because it was last minute. And they have not been able to rebound from it.
The views are low.
See, the problem with Potomac, though, Potomac is too early in a franchise to be having a bad season.
Yeah,
because the only bad season they had was season
this
1.
Early. Season 1 was pretty bad, but
it was funny bad though. Like it was bad, but it was funny. Like it was okay. Because we had weird Katie, we had Karen doing too much because she had been told the wrong agenda.
But it was a whole etiquette Jack and Jill show.
Yeah, it was hilarious though. It was bad, but it was funny. Like it's so bad. Like, are y'all serious right now? It was funny. This last season wasn't funny.
This last season was just straight up aggravating.
I quit watching. I didn't
everything made so much sense when Chris said that the little allegations or whatever that Giselle had started up at the beginning of the season, they only came out after they had already been filming and production.
When they got the phone call.
Yeah, when they got the phone call and
that's
production
what I said,
was
yeah,
like,
we had talked about that. Yeah,
we need more. Like y'all ain't giving nothing this season, and then all of a sudden all these accusations are coming about Chris.
You know what? You wasn't here yesterday. I was about to say, sis, you was here, right? No, you wasn't. That was Kai that was here yesterday.
Kai was here, yeah.
Not Kira. You know I will mess y'all names up. I'm sorry.
Do you think that they're gonna discuss now that Michael went public about this lawsuit? They're gonna discuss the burn session, or do you think that they're gonna like edit it out?
I don't know.
Because
Like
that
how
was a big moment.
Honestly,
like
the burn
literally
session.
like in reality, the reunion is already wrapped. The reunion wrapped, and Robin and Rings did the podcast directly after. So there's no way for anything to be added or changed to the reunion because Michael went and filed his frivolous lawsuit. Like that's not gonna happen. If they don't talk about it Sunday, then that's just it. Because they already added an extra 30-minute press package to try to save Robert Dixon's job.
Right.
What they gonna do? Add another 30 minutes?
Yeah, I'm
not watching no 2 hours of that.
I'm sure we'll see Candiace and Carlos King talk about it soon.
Yeah.
I mean, that may happen with Carlos King, or it may happen on another platform. God only knows. But the fact remains, it's frivolous as hell. Everybody knows it.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, everybody knows it. And I don't think too many people are going to like give a lot of credence to it. I think it's just gonna add to conversations about what Ashley said first. And of course you're gonna have the people that's like, oh, this is our opportunity because we didn't have an opportunity to attack Candiace all season. Oh, Candiace is out. So that's all we're gonna see is conversation on this. I don't think it's going anywhere.
DGF, this is a good point. Since Atlanta is now failing, they need to start promoting Married to Medicine like how they be trying to promote Real Housewives of Atlanta.
They don't need to promote that garbage. What they need to do is stop stealing from Black women. Do that.
Because Married to Medicine, they got potential over there.
They ain't no potential for Married to Medicare. They bringing Phaedra on there to try to save their necks. And I still hope they sink and fail. Until they do right, everything they think about gonna fail.
I feel like we're gonna have some iconic scenes. With not iconic.
I wouldn't know because we don't. We hold on. We don't discuss Married to Medicare on this porch.
Wait, do we? We don't.
No, no, ma'am. We don't support them. We don't discuss them. Nothing. We wish them nothing good. We wish them nothing but bad and failure every day on this porch. They stole from a sister, and those trollops on that show backed up them clear people in their theft, and they even gloated about the clear people thieving that from that sister. So no, ma'am, we don't support that on this porch.
Who they stole from?
Mariah.
Did she ever get on TV? Like, did her version ever get onto television?
What do you mean her version? This is.
Well, I'm sorry, the original idea, like.
This is the original idea that y'all looking at and keep trying to talk about on my porch.
Oh, I mean, well, what did Mariah sign to let them do this?
She didn't sign anything. That's why she won her lawsuit. They stole her show. And then after stealing it, had the audacity to make a spinoff. And them same heifers, those same trifling, low-down, dirty trollops, hussies, floozies, and dusty bags that she got on that show turned around and were gloating, namely hellishly gloating about them clear people stealing from a Black woman. There's no way in hell I would ever support that. I would rather eat grits with a toothpick than support that.
I wonder what Mariah doing these days. I wonder what she.
I don't know, but I like to watch her. But they really had iced her out. They wouldn't let us see none of her life or nothing, and she's the most interesting one on there.
And it's her show. And people literally keep expecting Seanitra, the lady who is Black on top of Black plus Black with a side of Black, to sit up and talk about a show that clear folks stole from a Black woman supported by some by some other auntie Toms. Why the hell would I talk about that? Why would I support that? Did y'all just meet me or y'all been knowing me?
I think Bravo going down, period.
They are, and I'm watching it, and I'm enjoying it. Andrew Barber said they need to start a new housewife show in a new city, or show more Black women or women of color. Yeah, and actually allow them to be respectable and not trot in non-Black women or Black adjacent women to try to make them look smutty, and then start telling lies on respectable Black women to try to dirty up their characters. That's what Bravo needs to do. Bravo would need to shed all their racism and make amends for all of their dirty deeds before I could ever and I mean ever, forgive any of their filth. Nano say, I don't know if I want them to start film right away and catch all this drama. I mean that they should catch something. Hey, Coco Nicole.
I mean, the
Cheryl
target
said
is still on
it's like
Candiace.
Mariah
What do
brainstormed.
y'all think would be a good like city?
New Orleans. It's ratchet, but I'd watch it.
I don't, because number one, it's not going to be ratchet. They're going to show a bunch of people who are not from New Orleans, probably clear
That's
folk.
true.
That's what's going to happen, just like they did with Miami. Ooh, Miami, and show a bunch of people that ain't from Florida.
Yeah, they are going to do that. It's going to be a whole bunch of Cubans.
Well, Miami is already a bunch of people that are not Floridian.
Yeah, and it's going to be a whole bunch. They're going to cast a whole bunch of Hispanic women and white women.
Well, they are. You know they already got their cast, right?
Miami, that's what it is. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. So it's like, in reality, like I'm over Housewives. It's been done and overdone.
Mm-hmm. For me, they messed up with. Oh, go ahead.
The original cities they set up, they ruined them by bringing in people who were not a part of a friend group, and so that way it wasn't organic and the mess began. And now any new city you bring up is going to be girls trying to do reenactment and impersonations. Mm-hmm. It's just whack. And then when they go get the cities, they never get people from those cities, so it's never authentic.
Yeah, they always from somewhere else.
Yeah,
they messed up with the casting of Dallas. If Dallas was a black ensemble cast, it could have been something.
Yeah. Well, you have to look at, if they did a black cast, then they would have brought in somebody to smut it up to try to make them more sleazy. Because Bravo hates to see dignified black women. It annoys them.
You know what? That's a problem. Like, it really is.
It is. Bravo is a problem.
Exactly. Yep. Bravo. And someone said that. Oh, Monique said that. Monique said that they intentionally show certain things to basically like make it seem like black women can't have like lavish lives or live like, live like calmly and things like that. Like, they don't want them to seem civilized. And she said that they purposefully create an atmosphere like that. And I you know what? I kind of believe it. I kind of believe it.
I mean, you can tell just watching Atlanta, because that was their first really big franchise, how they purposely messed up Atlanta.
They did it on purpose, yeah. Because Atlanta started off like it looked like Atlanta. It looked like Atlanta people doing normal things that happen in Atlanta. Like, the vibe was authentic. The vibe was real and authentic. And then, they first brought in Candy, and like, to me, I feel like that's where they went wrong.
Yeah, because she was the smut.
Because she was not one of the original. She was not a part of that friend group, because it started with a friend group for the most part. So she wasn't a part of the friend group, and she came in with sex toys and candy coated nights and all this weird stuff. And I'm not married. Like, the show started with married women and one mistress who was, she was living the life of a housewife with somebody else's husband paying for it. And then you get a lady who's not a housewife. She's not being kept or anything. She's not at home raising no kids. And she's talking about sex toys and candy coated nights and all this other stuff. And it was like, I felt like then Bravo was trying to introduce smut. They were trying, to them, it was like, okay, this franchise, brand new, brought us more attention than we ever got with anything else that we've ever done in the history of this network. But this ain't the image we want of black women. We don't want to see dignified black women shopping, partying, hanging with their friends,
fundraisers,
doing fundraisers and playing around and being funny and making memories and laughs. We don't want that. We need to see some smut. Where are the stereotypes?
Right. I truly think that they stopped putting effort into Atlanta because they thought that Potomac was going to be the new Atlanta.
They didn't stop putting effort into Atlanta. They made a very concerted effort to destroy the image of the black women on that show. So much so that they got downright hateful when Nene didn't want to participate with them villainizing her because they needed her to be the angry black lady. And she didn't want to play that trope for them. And they literally went after that lady. And every time she complained about the racist stuff that Kim Zolciak did, they went after her even harder.
I want to hear from Kenya because Kenya never came out and said exactly what happened. But I want to hear from Kenya exactly what happened in those offices after they found out that she had got married.
I mean, I don't know what happened in the offices. I don't really. To me, I don't know. Maybe that's interesting, but to me, my only issue with that is they fired her for not letting things in her life be on camera, and all I need to see is Robert Dixon fired, and I'm okay.
Because I'm wondering what happened, because she did point out that she had been mistreated. So most people assume that she meant she was like kind of being ostracized by the cast, and so they ended up firing her for the season. But she made it a point, and then Carlos King said it as well, that like her mistreatment came from people that were higher up and production. And I wonder what all of that entailed as far as like how were the production mistreating her, and how did that happen in the offices above them.
All I know is I need Robert Dixon fired, or I need Kenya Moore compensated for that entire season of pay that she lost. That's all I need. For me, I don't need to know what they said. I just need them to make it right. And Jasmine said, can we say out loud that Marlo
they would only make it right
on the adoption stuff? She was just out of line, but on point. Good point. But what you say, Evie?
I was gonna say they would only do that if Kenya was willing to talk up for herself, and she not, because she don't want to. She still want to be on the show.
Yeah,
that'd be black people problem. They will do small-minded.
Yep. And the thing is, it's like Nene was like not afraid at all, and was talking. And what got me was, if you afraid to say something, I can't say it's cool, but it's cool. You dig what I'm saying? Like I'm a loudmouth. My kid can tell you I've always been activist Barbie. Okay, I'm gonna always say something. Always been very involved with with the conscious movement. However, I don't fault somebody else for not being somebody who will talk up, who will be the mouthpiece, who will take a lick, who will take a loss to say what's right. But what gets me is, even if you ain't gonna say it, if you ain't got the nerve to say it, even if you hiding in the corner like a mouse while your sister who talks like a lion is saying it, why would you then take sides with the people that she's fighting for you? Like, why would you do that? Even if you're gonna be a coward and be quiet,
because they delude themselves to thinking, if I team up with Whitey, then he'll have my back.
Ooh, she said the quiet part out loud. If she team up with the clear people, yes,
then they'll have my back. I'm working against these bad N words. Those are the bad N words, but I'm a good N word. Yeah. So I'm gonna be loyal to you, Mr. C word,
Mr. Charlie. That's good, Mr. Charlie.
Y'all know what I was gonna think about, because even though they don't identify as clear people, I feel like that is Candiace's stance on how she used to view Robin and Giselle.
That's exactly what it is.
That's how she used to view Robin and Giselle. If I team up with them, then they'll have my back.
I'm Missy Ann. I'm sitting in the meeting, Missy Ann. I gonna help you do stuff to certain people, Missy Ann.
That's
at
sick.
The reunion, when she kept I wanted to slap Candiace when she kept calling Robin her friend.
Girl, I wanted to too. I was tired of her
when she kept saying Robin was her friend, and that she thought,
and even
Robin ain't loyal to nobody but Giselle.
Even defending that she said it, she still went further on to defend that you said it. You don't see that you a fool yet?
Yeah. Instead of the fact, looking at what's right in front of her face, this girl intentionally cut off your recording right before you started praising her. So the fact that you was praising her, she didn't even care. She was gonna bring you down. It didn't matter how much you kissed her behind.
Mind you, Robin told on herself. Robin said, I didn't like how you were treating me.
Yep, she said that.
Because you were mad that she didn't see no fault with Wendy, so that's she was treating you bad.
She just didn't agree with you.
Yeah, that's treating you bad because she been licking your behind, so she got to continue.
You gotta agree with everything I say, or I'm gonna try to hurt you, because that's what she did. I'm gonna try to hurt you because you didn't agree.
Candiace is a pick me
real bad,
and I want to know, Candiace, how can you can see Ashley for the snake that she is, but you can't see Robin?
She see it. See, she just want to be friends with them.
That's why Wendy was like, "Ain't that your friend?" When she pulled that speak out,
and I don't feel that. I don't feel that for Candiace. I don't feel that for her.
Wendy was like, "Ain't that your friend?"
Yeah,
that's who you said was loyal to you.
I don't feel that,
but it's her defending it, and then Robin trying to, oh well, it doesn't matter who's my friend. No, it's the fact that she
you ain't loyal, and it's the fact that she should be able to see it. And I'm not mad at Wendy for saying it.
Nope.
Hey, you said she was the most loyal, right?
You said she was the most loyal. She was the first one that tried to gag you at the table.
Yeah, even to the point of being dishonest. It was the overt, blatant, intentional dishonesty for me.
Candiace trying to say somebody sent her the clip. Girl, bye.
But mind you, Kira, she said somebody sent it to me, and then the next breath she said, "Well, it was on the blog."
Yeah,
girl, did they send it, or was it on the blog? Now, which one is it?
And why you wasn't in the White House with Kamala?
Well, child, that ain't nowhere to be. But anyway,
I know. I'm just saying, like, y'all are really mad. Like, y'all are mad.
Well, like, they were mad way before Wendy went to go see Camel Toe Harris. Now, come on.
I know, but I feel like it just solidifies Wendy's stature outside of Potomac and even on Potomac. And they really need, and that's why I really cannot feel bad for Candiace or Wendy, because they really are feeding into this purposefully, in my opinion.
Well, the thing is, I don't know whether it's purposely. I do believe that Candiace literally, this is just my opinion, and let me preface this by saying I did like her a lot this season, which was very surprising.
Yeah.
But it does not erase what I see in her, which is Candiace has a problem with her own color.
Ooh,
Candiace has a problem with her own identity.
Wow.
I think the attachment to, Clearella, Robert Dixon,
you know what,
is her, the fantasy to her.
I did not think about that.
I think it's like she wants to identify with that. I think she wants to perceive herself as something closer to that than where she actually is. In a way, I just feel like there's a little fantasy there, and I don't know whether that had a bearing on why she chose that broke, dusty man. Because I can't see her choosing him for any other reason. He brings nothing to the table. He's not even attractive. He doesn't even look like he bathes regularly, and he's not ambitious.
Wow.
He's not incredibly talented. Most of his food looks like vomit. Like, there's nothing about this man that would be appealing except possibly his complexion.
Candiace wants to be a green-eyed bandit, and I've been telling people this for the past few seasons because, mind you, she did not mind being a part of their clique when it was time for them to come for Monique and her kids and her husband, and she was sitting in them meetings. She was sitting in the meetings plotting with them.
That's why now because it's so appalled this season. She was just like, I can't believe it. I've been a part of it. How could you do this to me?
Because the people you swore up and down were your friends.
And the thing is, we don't even have to guess, because when she and Ashley sat in that house, she said out of her own mouth, I've sat in many a meeting.
Yep.
I was a party to many. So she's been
a hockey player.
Yeah, but not just that, not just the hockey player situation. When she said she's been a party to many a meetings and she know how them conversations go, when she was basically saying that she knew that Giselle was plotting on her. And she said that she knows how these go because she's been a party to many of them. So at the end of the day, you were aware, you were complicit, and you thought that your complicity would give you protection, and it didn't.
It did not.
It did not. You kissing up to Missy Ann and Mr. Charlie's daughters wasn't gonna save you.
So you think she suffers from self-hate?
I don't know if it's self-hate. I don't know her that well. I'm just saying that I think there's something going on there where she doesn't necessarily, she's not exactly excited about her complexion. I don't know her well enough to say self-hate. I think people bandy such terms around real loosely without knowing folks.
No, I get what you're saying. But I mean,
I definitely think there's something there because, dare I say, if Chris was a few shades darker, would he have been able to get in her face and take sides with Ashley and tell her to shut up and she'd be okay?
Not at
If
all.
Chris were a few shades darker, would he be able to live in a house that her mama helped her get, rightfully so, and then have her clothes in a garbage bag and slaying chicken dinners out?
Yeah, Seanitra, say that part one more time. Say it again.
Which part?
And have her clothes in the garbage bag. Because when
I
saw
her clothes
that,
in the garbage bag,
I said, "Are those trash bags with all of her fancy things?"
But the thing is, black people do black stuff, and I can dig it. But would she have been okay with a man with a few, more shades of melanin, putting her in that position of making her look that way on television? And then right. And then dare I say, for the audiences would have gone left if she was married to a poor, broke, dirty black guy who had a child that he was a deadbeat to, who was 21, who don't even speak to him, and other children who he was behind on child support, and a relative had to pay it, and all the audience would have gone bananas.
Right, because it sounds like he's a project guy. That's what it's giving.
That's right.
Bingo.
Y'all know Chris is straight out the trailer park.
And I'm just noticing things. The fact that Candiace still yet has yet to acknowledge that Giselle started that fight between her and Monique, but you have all this ire for Monique, and you watched the playback like everybody else. You saw that. You watched them back like everybody else. You saw Giselle plotting on you before this thing turned. And yet you were still there lapping her up and kissing her behind. So it's saying to me that maybe she not so excited about, her color.
But all these franchises.
And she's upset about it, but it's not that she wants to dismantle it. She just wants a seat at the table.
Yep.
Y'all don't have to stop being colorist. I won't even really call you out as colorist, but just give me a seat at the table. After all, my husband ain't black, so that should give me a little extra credit.
Sucks to be her, honestly.
Yeah, that's what
yeah.
And with that being said, I can observe all of those things, and I'm still going to defend the fact that the way they treated her was wrong. I said it last season. I said it this season.
It was.
I can see your flaws, and I can still stand behind you because I'm still a sister, and I see what they're doing to you. But
it just makes it hard for me to feel bad for her sometimes because she never has an issue when it happens to other people.
Well, I don't feel bad. I don't think it should ever be an issue of feeling bad. I think it should just be an issue of calling a thing, and calling right, and calling wrong.
So I really hope that after this season, she really sees Robin and Ashley from the park. Because every she come back.
Did you not see her on that reunion couch still kissing Robert's behind?
She's a bootlicker. No offense.
I was just gonna say, Ashley, she don't have a problem calling out Ashley, but it's and even Giselle at this point, but Robin, for whatever reason, she is stuck up Robin Bush.
She still wants to hang on to one, at least one of them. At least one. I just got to hang on to one. And I think where she and Ashley was concerned, I think it was some cross jealousy going on.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I think Candiace finally got over her part. That's like what Sunflower was saying earlier. Michael and Ashley don't like Candiace for different reasons.
Yep.
Michael feels like that little N-word need to stay in her place.
There you go.
And for Ashley, it's I'm lighter than you, I'm mixed and all of this, but you grew up with all of this and I don't. You got all of this and I don't. They have problems with Candiace for different reasons, but they different reasons they can just work together with it.
It's disgusting. It's disgusting.
And I think Candiace was like more or less stuck on the color and that little stringy hair and Yeah.
Do y'all think that's why Michael and Chris be into it? Because Michael be like, "How dare you let her say this to me?"
Oh, that could be a piece of it.
You think he said that?
Not just a piece, because y'all heard him say out his mouth at the fake engagement party with the Morganite ring that he was like, "You need to get her under
You need
control."
to get her. Like Michael be like,
"Oh, I didn't hear that."
Let your he did. I
remember that.
What set Chris off. You need to get your wife. You need to get her under control, because he's like, "Hey, I got Sally Hemings under control. You need to go get that one there. That one from the field. Get that one under control."
Yeah, that's how he said it.
That's exactly how he said it, and that's why he turned right around. Hey, it's me, Lisa Lee, and called him white trash.
Yeah, you and
now that's the part that really pissed Chris off, because he let him know we might both be clear, but let's be clear. You not.
But let's be clear. Okay,
you're not on my level. We might both be clear, but let's be clear.
This my daddy house.
Yeah, this my daddy house.
Because Chris gives me.
You work out there in the barn, boy, with the colors. You don't work in here,
right?
Crying. That's what he gave, though.
That's what he gave. This is my plantation, and we just allow you to be an overseer. Now that's
this
what
is dark. Oh my God, Potomac is so dark.
Oh, Potomac
it's getting very dark. It's getting very dark,
baby. Potomac is dark as hell. And
I mean, but in a way,
y'all, I be watching it trying to figure out, do anybody else see this?
In a way, though, it's showing reality, and it needed to be shown. It needed to be shown. Some people want to be in La La Land. No, this is what's actively happening,
and this is how these people actively think about us.
And how they think about themselves too, if that's the case.
But I'm just saying, this is how these people really think about us. And some of this stuff need to be said, because we got some of our folks running around here in Fantasyland and Kumbaya and the Rainbow Coalition and everybody. We are the world. Child, you better tell the truth and shame the devil. These people don't love us like that. And I don't care if they are sleeping with you, baby.
Hello. They show us.
I think the dynamic of Giselle and Robin together really speaks volumes within itself. But I think throwing in Wendy and Candiace and seeing how they interact with them is another dynamic that is just making me look at Potomac a lot differently. Even just finding your channel, you say so many things that have opened my eyes up to the world in general. But I'm just like, the way they are interacting with them, it's really disgusting.
And it truly shows, because, mind you, Karen and Giselle absolutely despise each other, and Giselle does not give Karen half the business that she be giving Wendy.
Nope.
Because it's like, I can take some stuff, but not from you. It's real. Like, the stank she put on it is real.
Like, the stank she be giving Wendy is not half of what she be giving Karen.
It's sick. It's very sick. And the fact that they want
to be... It's a different stink. She give Karen... The stink she give Karen is low-key jealousy.
Yep.
The stink she give Wendy is purely, I think I'm above you. How dare you, little dark
down.
Yeah. But again, this is our reality in this country.
Yeah.
And... I literally watch a lot of this stuff happen, and I wonder, like, does anybody else see what I see playing out on this screen?
No, we did not see it.
I don't think they intended to show this reality.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right. They went in with liberal glasses of pretending that everybody gets along. And of course, nobody's racist. Nobody's colorist. Nobody has privilege. Nobody has... all of these hidden prejudices. Like, they walked in with the bull crap, and reality reared its ugly head on reality TV. Who'd have thunk it?
Yep. I'm so glad Juan Dixon isn't here right now.
Okay.
I'm so glad.
Child, Juan somewhere putting love in the spin cycle.
You know what?
He ain't fooling me with them pictures that you can shake all the gain and soap powder you want to, baby. People sleep with their co-workers all the time. All the time, Juan. All the time, homeboy.
I was watching wrestling, and I was like, dang, Robin really is built like a female wrestler.
She is.
Like, she really is built like a female wrestler. Like, if she was to switch careers from reality television.
Baby, she can't just switch. Robin would have to work out. Robin is wide, but Robin is not in shape. We saw that. No, ma'am. That right there. Or did you forget what you saw on that beach? Because I didn't.
Yeah, no, she. Yeah, but she could be a contender though.
She would have to get her butt in that gym.
But she would fit in though. Like if they needed to just hire like a body double for like a photo shoot.
Crying.
She looked like she belonged on the top rope. I'm telling you.
All I can say, honey, I don't know where she belongs. I just want her fired off Potomac.
Seanitra, do you know what's going on with Peter and Mia and G?
We talked about
when did G?
Oh, I was going. I went to get lunch.
We was up in here last night for 3 hours.
Oh,
three and change. I don't know where you was at.
I watched the replay then.
We played the whole recording. Peter done cleared that up. Ain't nothing happened. He had to go live again after G went live. Mia went posting a picture of Wendy eating food that was on his page from during the season. So like literally she had no receipts whatsoever.
What did G try to say?
Well, let's play it. Let's go on. And,
when
I have audio, I don't like to speak for anybody.
Yeah,
I like for people to speak for themselves. That way, nobody can say Nitra didn't tell that right. So here we go.
And I said that who I thought was my friend, Peter Thomas, can say things like, "He don't know us like that." I wonder if he didn't know us like that. The times when he'd been at our house, eating our food, playing card games, associating with other people, family members, and friends of ours. I guess he didn't know us like that when he held our baby girl and was the first man other than myself to hold our baby girl. I guess he didn't know us like that when he's gone on boat rides with us. I guess he didn't know us like that all the times that we spent at his restaurant supporting his business. And certainly I guess he didn't know us like that when he wanted to borrow $60,000 to pay his bills at Bar One. So I don't know why Peter says he don't know us like that. Maybe that's his definition of not knowing us like that. Not knowing us like that when he's attending our kids' parties. So I guess if that means not knowing someone, then I guess that's what Peter's meaning is. And furthermore, to say this has hurt his business, just a few days ago, I personally spoke to Peter and he said the publicity is actually helping his business. And furthermore, the allegations that he's referencing only came out a couple of days ago. So how could it have hurt his business that quickly? Peter, I guess we don't know you like that.
So that's what he said in response to Peter, but Peter never said he didn't know G like that. What Peter said was he didn't know them women like that. So let's hear what Peter had to say, so that way it's really clear what Peter actually said.
Mia is going at it with Wendy, and brother, this is kind of your fault because I taped with y'all for 5 minutes promoting Bar in Baltimore and Bar in Miami Beach, and you turned that 5 minutes into 9 episodes, and now my name is thrown around on the reunion show when in real life I don't mess with none of those women. Okay, Giselle, Robin, the rest of them, Wendy, I shot with her one time, 5 minutes, and go out to dinner with her. I didn't have no late night snack with her. She's a married woman. She's very respectful, very honorable. Okay, so for me, for you to be talking about me and Wendy getting together is so disrespectful, and it's so thirsty. It's real thirsty for you to do that and just collect that check from Bravo. That's just nothing cool about that. Okay, you can't just use my name like that, because if you use my name like that, I'm gonna have my lawyer get in touch with you guys, and it's gonna be really ugly. Okay, because I do not know any of those women. I never see them outside of my establishment. Okay, and y'all just can't recklessly just throw people's name out there like that, because it actually hurt my business, and that's irresponsible. Please cease and desist.
Ooh. See, but here's the thing. It gave G for G. It gave, oh, I wanted you to go out and help my wife lie. That's what it gave. Yeah. At the end of the day, no.
I told you Peter was gonna do this.
And honestly, and that's what he had to say about Wendy. That says a lot coming from Peter. The fact that he can be a Patricia at times, And
y'all kill me with that he could be a Patricia, because Peter's never lied on anybody.
He hasn't. It's just his personality. He could be a Patricia at times. But for him to even say Wendy is respectful and honorable and
those words hit hard, and I know that made them feel some type of way too. Like, why are you big up in this black
the fact
woman?
that they try to portray her as whatever on the show, and he was like, no, she's a very honorable woman
and respectable
woman. That hurt them real
he knew exactly what to say.
Yep.
And I knew that this was gonna happen, because I'm like, it gave like,
let me see what those cats just did. No, check the laundry area.
Oh,
I'm sorry. Y'all know I still have to be mama.
When I was watching Peter and Mia like converse, I was thinking to myself, it sounds like she's ad-libbing and talking out the side of her neck. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I knew that I felt like Peter wasn't going to appreciate all of this once he saw it played back.
Well, he straightened it out, but let's hear what Peter had to say after G came and said what he said.
Who?
It's been a rough 48 hours. But I want to take the time to apologize to all the people out there that think that I did something that I didn't do. I'm apologizing anyway. I'm not going to take the low road. I'm going to take the high road.
Oh, no, that's about the case where he got exonerated.
Yeah, I said, what he got going on?
Hold on.
Got a lot going on.
That ain't cool. Okay. You can play the game without lying if you're really good at the game. I did it for several years. Try doing it like that. It's good when you have friends that could check you. I got checked. I took down the last video because I was a little bit angry. But I'm okay now. All I'm saying is that I cannot wait to see the video that Mia Thornton is going to produce of me and Dr. Wendy Osofa, CNN analyst, Professor John Hopkins.
Period.
And I apologize, Wendy, because you and I both know that nothing like that exists. And I shouldn't buy into this reality game. But it just hurt when grown people throw other grown people name around with no, what you guys call it, receipts, no proof. And especially when you know damn well that didn't happen. But you want to do a clapback video talking about everything but checking your wife. That ain't cool. Okay. You can play the game without lying if you're really good at the game. I did it for several years.
Okay, he said I'm seasoned.
It's good when you have friends that could check.
Well, that's what he said behind what Gordon said.
As he should. As he should.
You talking about everything but checking your wife.
Right. He ain't saying no, y'all. He said I don't know those women.
I don't know those women. I don't know them.
Honey.
And he literally said nothing negative about any of those ladies. He just said Mia don't be lying on me. And I'm glad he came back and reiterated. He was nice enough to take down the first video. Like, okay, if that hurt your feelings, I'll take that down, but I'm still gonna say what I said, which was stop lying on me.
Stop lying on me.
He said you doing her checking your wife, and you need
he called her thirsty.
And you can play the game without lying. You don't have to lie on anybody to play the game.
I'm gonna give it about 2 or 3 years. Mia gonna lie her way into a lawsuit one day.
I mean, hell, God only knows what all she ain't already been in. Because we don't know that woman. Like Peter say, we don't know them women. We don't know them women. So I don't know what she all done had. Hell, it might come out she done already had a few. God only knows.
And she sure lies.
Because that is scary how she just sat up there and lied with just ease. It was really believing her own lies.
Because Wendy was eating her up. And the only thing she could think to do was
believed her own lies to say that she had footage of it.
I don't think she believed it. I think she one of them people that lie before she like the lie sounds so good.
And
she
then
just
she
got to
commit to
say
it.
right, and then she gotta commit.
Yep. Like I done said it now, so let me just go with it.
And then also telling the people they slept with his girlfriend too. Weird behavior.
Well, nobody disputed that they slept with.
I know. I noticed he didn't mention that, but I'm saying like that whole chunk of the season when they were in Miami and a little bit after that, I never thought it was good publicity for Peter, period. And I always felt like he was going to speak out. So the fact that Mia's just destitute right now, like she's real destitute. She don't have no assets. They broke, dusted, and disgusted.
Well, them people are not broke. Let's not.
Okay, they're not broke. They're not broke.
Let's not do that.
They're not broke.
Because you and I both know, and I'm speaking on this. This is not like an essence. This is that all of us. Like, let's be clear. Unless you're talking about somebody like Robert that took years to get a house that most of us could have went and got, or Giselle that had to go get a foreclosed barn and try to fix it up by yourself. Mm-hmm. We can't call these people broke.
I redact the word broke, but I will say dusted and disgusted.
Oh, Zenobia. I love your name. I had a friend named Zenobia. Zenobia said Michael Darby treatment by Bravo is enough proof that network hierarchy racist tendencies, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. Yes, that's right, Zenobia.
You know what I can't believe about Mia though is that you put $60K into a rental.
Where y'all going?
Oh, Essence, who you talking to? Oh, okay, she muted.
But the fact that her and G put $60,000 into renovating a rental.
People do that though. You know that, right?
That's stupid though.
Why? Yeah, like why would
I'm just saying people have always done it when they have the means.
Yeah,
the problem is still dumb. She was literally paying herself a humongous salary, and instead of investing it in her own investment and having her own investment portfolio, she was just spending money like water, like you were just one of the Rockefellers, and that's what was really ignorant
and told on herself.
But that's what happens when you're not used to anything, and you don't come from anything, and you don't come from a background of financially responsible and buoyant people. True. You do stupid stuff like that. It's like the whole thing. Like when somebody from the projects wins the lottery, the first thing they do is buy a Cadillac and some gold teeth. It's just like you're not used to anything.
What about buying a house and a Cadillac, then the gold teeth?
I mean, it doesn't change what I said.
Yeah, no, I'm just asking. Honestly,
like she is that. I'm just saying that's the persona, that's the mindset. She's never had anything. That's why everything was high, low budget. I'm high class. I'm CEO. Like,
yeah, she do.
This is the Post-it notes for me. The Post-it notes took me out. Okay,
that
what kind of notes you taking on 1,000 Post-it notes? How do you even file that?
What took me out was there's no valet. Where the valet? At the Good Vibes Only weekend, and then
I'm telling you,
there was a whole toilet pipe running over the top of Robert and Rings. I was like, ew, like, girl, really? The house wasn't the worst, but it wasn't. Where was this high budget?
I'm telling you,
me and the girls can go get something like that now. Where was this high budget? So funny.
Not me and the girls could go get something like that.
I'm just saying because she's supposed to be high class, high budget, honey.
Knowing she just started having hot meals, I don't understand.
That's what happens when people ain't used to nothing. As soon as they get changed for $20, they let it go to their head.
So, what are your thoughts on G? Like, I understand if my wife was kind of being like, if my wife started a bunch of mess and somebody called her out on it, I would feel as a
like I said yesterday.
Yeah,
it shows that they really like y'all. They the same kind of people. Mm-hmm. Don't get me wrong. I kind of like Uncle G, but I like Unc better when he ain't talking. Don't talk, Unc. Just sit there.
Yeah, definitely. It definitely.
Right. When he said was in the house eating our food, I said you sound just like your wife.
Yeah,
but at the end of the day, he make more sense when he's not talking. Because Peter said it. Peter really said it all. I don't have to say nothing. I did say something because Peter hadn't put his second video out yet, but Peter said it all. Queen Me says not only that, but $99 Lamborghini rentals, for an hour. Just ignorant stuff. Ignorant.
Yep, they didn't know to
I
get
want to know.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and drop y'all my Starbucks order ready. So
look at her. She done went to and you ain't get us nothing.
I ordered it online. I be sitting here in the house. I said, "Oh Lord, my coffee ready."
Girl, go get your Starbucks.
All right, I'll tell y'all later.
Holler at us though.
I'm gonna watch your playback from yesterday.
Yeah, because girl, we covered that yesterday. We had to talk about that.
I was confused. I do follow Mia on Instagram.
I don't.
I follow her on Instagram. So when I saw Gordon, I was like, what the heck is going on?
I don't like jump scares. So no, I don't follow but absolutely not. But it was it was the whole thing for me. Like I said, the people who spend money renovating rentals are people who got it. Like y'all get it, but you ain't got it. Like I got friends in New York that I know for a fact have renovated rentals, but they got it.
Mm-hmm.
Like they got it. But if you ain't got it like that, what are you doing? Like she was so busy trying to put forth this persona and this facade that it really, you know what I'm saying? Like y'all was good, but no, mama.
You think maybe they wrote it? Maybe they wrote it off. That's why I'm thinking about Michael and Ashley. I'm wondering if like she's gonna use the house for filming and try to use it as a tax write-off.
She can't use it as a tax write-off. It's not hers. It's his.
But she says she's on the LLC, ain't she?
I mean, that's that man's house, and we all.
Ashley, you can't do nothing right.
But it's not about her. He's the one making a financial move. So it's not that she's not doing anything right. She's actually being smart. She letting him handle it because he know what he's doing with money.
So do you feel like when they do get a divorce that...
Who says they are?
I know, but according to Ashley, if that does ever happen, that they'll split the assets, or you think that like... Because she said there will be some...
I feel like she gonna get her some money when she leave. I think it's built in for her to get something when she go, if she go. That's what I think.
Heavy on if she go. I don't think
that's right. If she go, I seriously doubt. That's why I'm like, I don't really do them weird hypotheticals. Like there's no divorce. But the bottom line is when you have property that belongs to a business, it's automatically a tax write-off. So the LLC is his business.
Mm-hmm.
So the house is every mortgage payment is a tax write-off.
That is, and she's gonna film right. She's gonna film right in there.
But it ain't got nothing to do with filming. It has to do with the LLC itself. Like that's the purpose of an LLC or escort.
No, I understand that.
It gives you an added layer of protection, especially when it comes to taxes. So like that's the whole point. If you start a business, I would encourage you to buy your property in the name of your business in your LLC, because then it's a tax write-off. Like those are the things that Black people don't tend to do. Had Mia and G done that, they would be in a better position even after his family pulled the stunt they pulled. But Black people don't tend to move like that, and clear people do, and we sit up because of ignorance. We don't even understand what's happening in front of us. Michael is literally teaching a master class on how to play the game, and Black folks are sitting up falling for the overdose and focusing on, oh, she gonna get nothing. She gonna leave. She gonna get nothing. And I'm like, if y'all don't pay attention to how this colonizer is showing you how to make money and move.
I peeped that because I'm like,
he's teaching.
The only thing I don't understand, is it a new LLC that they formed together?
It doesn't matter if it's new, old, or whatever. You know that man is the owner of everything that happens over there. Like, let's not be obtuse. He is teaching y'all how to move. And instead of our people paying attention to what the oppressive class is doing to maintain their position, we falling for silly side stories that are irrelevant and moot points. If y'all don't peep games, Do y'all not realize these people even buy their vehicles, the cars they drive, in the names of their LLCs? Do you not realize they gas their cars with fleet cards that are ran by their businesses? So even every tank of gas is a tax write-off.
Yep.
You saying yeah, but I don't think you get it. Because the question you're asking is like, sis, are you not understanding what is happening?
I understand.
Hold on. He's teaching y'all how to run this thing.
I understand wholeheartedly.
And nobody is paying attention to the fact that this man is teaching y'all how to run this thing. The fact that your business credit builds up quicker than your personal credit. The fact that if you max out your credit card on personal credit, it actually counts against your credit. But if you max out on business credit, it does not count against you at all with your Dun and Bradstreet. The only thing they pay attention to with your business credit is, are you able to make your payments on time? And they will then extend your line of credit and make it larger at a lot quicker rate. There are people buying and selling whole houses on business credit cards. And Black people around here playing crazy. I wonder if she gonna get nothing during the divorce. There's a million ways to get paid. And if Mia Thornton hadn't been a Project Section 8 hood rat, she would have been taking that large salary that she was paying herself, or that her husband was allowing her to pay herself, and she would have started her own LLC and started doing real estate or something else to make sure that she was financially buoyant, whether that man stayed or whether he freaking left. That's the part that's embarrassing. Like, we really be sitting up just on slow motion, on straight slow motion sometimes. And we need to stop that. Playing slow. And then we don't teach our kids nothing, and they playing slow. Meanwhile, the Michael Darbys of the world is going to Africa while they convincing you not to go to Africa. And Black people sitting up, I ain't going to no Africa. I'm from Detroit. I ain't from no Africa. Well, guess what? That clear monster Smeagol, he ain't from Africa either. But he show over there benefiting from where your behind should be benefiting from. That man is teaching a master class on capitalism.
Mm-hmm.
And Black folk talking about she dumb. She ain't gonna get nothing.
Well, what my question was that I was trying to figure out is,
if
they started their own LLC together. That's what I was trying to figure out.
Child, ain't nothing to figure out. That man running everything. While you worry about whether they got it together, pay attention to what he doing and take notes. That's
Seanitra, I see it.
When I say that nasty sap sucker is teaching a class, if y'all don't pay attention, I don't know what to tell you, because he's teaching it to you for free. Kelly, what made Ashley think that Michael was just gonna hand off half his wealth for her? To see, there y'all go. She ain't leaving. It don't matter. Barbara said they are more interested in who people are sleeping with than taking financial lessons. My parents taught us, child, look, my parents couldn't teach me everything, but I bet you I knew how to pay attention to who was making moves and who was eating real good. And I wanted to know what the hell you was doing that I wasn't doing. I know I wanted to know that. Zenobia say Michael has Ashley on welfare payments. Yep. Yes, she in a house with a low budget lifestyle. It has me wondering if it was Michael that actually got Ashley on RHOP. This is through his clear connections. He probably did. Like, we have to really pay attention to what's going on. Like, we can't be just, oh my God. Y'all, I watch these shows for entertainment, but I promise you a lot of it is also for social commentary and just to pay attention to how things are really happening. That's what's up. Zenobia say Black people don't get put on the way Michael did because he's a clear person. Right. And we don't want to pay attention to nothing. We want to sit up and play crazy all the time.
Oh, well, I wrote off everything. I wrote off everything on my taxes this year. I did very well. Shoot. I wrote off my rent.
But the reality is the real reality of it is, like, he is a capitalist. That man is a hyper capitalist, and he is successful at being a hyper capitalist. And that's why I always try to steer people away from the, oh, he broke, this person broke. You know, that it was people saying, oh, he ain't got no money. I'm like, y'all so goofy. Do you not realize we the only people people that run out and buy a Cadillac and gold teeth when we get $5. Like other people don't do that. That's why they keep their money. M. Hall say, right. We are building financial wealth for our children, own 4 houses and counting. I know that's right, M. Hall. Play to win. Play to win.
Definitely.
But the stuff that our folks do, like we got to move different than how we moving. Like it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. We don't get it. We just don't get it. And this man is a bad person. And I'm gonna tell you something else. Like the reason why I think that things are the way they are in the world, period, is because most of the people who understand capitalism and literally play the game are usually people who come from his type of background. They're colonizers, bad people. People who have a better heart and would do more and would be more helpful and would not just be predatory and taking advantage of people. Most of those folks just simply do not understand how the game is played. They just don't.
Yeah.
They need to say, yep, LLC all day long on rental properties. That's right. You never put that in your name. That's why it was in an LLC. And I watched that show, and you watch the likes of a Giselle Bryant and a Robert Dixon with her many foreclosures, the Robert of many foreclosures and Giselle of many folds, sit there, why LLC? Why are you going to put it in the air? Because he's not ignorant like you. That's why you're in a barn.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you're in a barn. You deserve to be in a barn, Giselle. You're not smart. Zenobia say this has to be the first time that John out-tricked the trick. Queen, you right about everything. It's not about money. It's about wealth and assets. I know that's right. At all times. Iman say LLC protected them from some legal action. Yeah, it's an added layer of protection. It's just an added layer of protection. And if you add that S corp, ooh, doggy.
Yes, Seanitra. Yes.
Ask your president about it. Ask your president about it. That's all I'm saying. I know we covered that during the FNN. Ask your president about
you know that something though.
Hold on. Let's get Callie comment. Let me get a couple more comments and you tell me. Don't forget what you was about to say. Callie Harper say the second law of power is to learn from your enemies. Amen. Michael Darby is giving us a master class. Ashley is distracted by the infidelity and Michael is plotting to hold on to his money. That's true. Alita says, tell it it's a great tax break. You know I will, sis. I'm always keep it a buck. Barbara Parker says, I've never thought Michael Darby was broke. I saw him for who he is quite a while ago. Absolutely. And that's Key Marley, though, says rent a barn, Jizzy. I love it. Now, what was you gonna say?
Oh, I was gonna say that this is actually my first year doing the LLC tax write-offs, and I'm about to try to file for S corp status. But what really piqued my interest in regards to what was going on with Ashley is I was like, that is a really good thing that they're doing together. I just didn't really understand I know she's going to be taken care of, but I wonder what her stake is. But when you said she don't have he's in charge of everything, that just made me feel dang, that's not good. But
that's her life. I can't say that that's not good for her. That's her life. That's not my business. I don't mind other people's business like that.
Yeah.
That's a married woman. Whatever her and her husband decide to do is fine with me. I don't care about married people business like that.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I say when it comes to husbands and wives, you'll notice me be real careful. Because that's what she chose. That's her husband. If she comfortable, I am too.
That's right. I'm here for it, actually.
But in reality, Mia was in a position paying herself that type of a salary. If she was smart, she could have built an empire. She's just not smart. You paying yourself that type of a salary, 40 racks a month. Even if you just invested every other month. That girl could have really made a power move. You could have been a boss for real rather than just running around calling yourself one. Like, that's embarrassing. And you got people like Master P that literally, no matter what you think of Mr. Miller, he built everything he got off a $10,000 life insurance policy. It's embarrassing that Mia was giving herself $40,000 a month and you still had to sell off assets and live off your savings until y'all can sell out of a business. You got to try to get liquid from a business because you didn't take the money that you made from the business to build nothing.
Mm-hmm.
If that ain't the projects, I don't know what is.
Diversify for sure.
But I mean, invest in something. Even if she didn't want to diversify, invest in something. She invested in nothing. But tight clothes and throwing parties and going on boat rides. Since Gordon said you was riding the boat with us, you was riding the boat with us. Instead of boat rides and parties and food and friends and trying to stunt, why did you not take the money and make some money? Well, let me shut up. Maybe that's just the Florida in me, because we gonna go get the money. We believe in the flip. We believe in the flip. You can't let no money hit my hand and think I'm not gonna turn it into something. That's what I'm saying, Zenobia. She could have been a real estate queen with them 40 racks. Girl, them 40 racks would have fed to 5,000. I'm trying to tell you. Don't drop it in my hand.
Even the Car Jenners do it. And they filthy rich.
All I'm saying is, don't drop it in my hand.
Mm-hmm.
You talking about maybe she not allowed. She was paying herself a salary of 40,000. That means that was her salary.
Yep.
So if that was her salary, what she invested in or not, she could have told Gordon or not told Gordon. The bottom line is, ain't no excuse for it. She just not a go get it girl. She not the girl that's gonna make something out of nothing. She's just useless. Useless. Didn't even use the money to buy a belt sander to sand down them holes on her face. Nothing. She didn't put herself in a better position at all. M. Hall said, right, my money goes to savings. My husband's income goes to investments, our kids' education and bills. Right. Things got to be compartmentalized. Brian say, we going to buy and sell something, Nitra. You better tell them about us Florida folks. We don't play them games. Hell to the no. Never. Never. The money hit the hand like, okay, how we going to do this? If I take this, I can get this and sell this. It costs me this. I'm going to sell it for that. We're going to do a little this for a little of that. And everybody going to be all right. Ain't no way in the hell I'm going to pay myself a salary of 40 racks a month and walk away talking about I got to sell off my property. Are you dumb? Well, the answer to that is yes. She is dumb.
I'm interested in hearing a little bit more about what's going on.
I'm not. I know everything I need to know. You stupid. Callie Harper say Marion Gordon was the end game for her. Exactly. And that's how you know a weak heifer when you see her. When getting married to the man with the money is your end game, you weak. And your mental acumen is in the toilet. The bottom line is you married a man with the bread for a come up. He is not your come up. You marry him so you can get up in that wallet and that's your come up. The fact that he let you pay yourself a $40,000 a month salary and you ain't flipped that, girl, stop telling people you even lived in Miami for 1 week. You was in the state of Florida and you ain't learned how to flip. What? Girl, don't tell nobody you ever stayed down there, not even for a month. Just don't. You talking about a married man, single man, any man. You don't marry no man with no money and think that he is your come up. That man is not your come up. He's not the come up. Now you can come up off of him, but he ain't the come up. Don't stop there.
Nope. At all. Especially if you had the free reins to pay yourself a salary like that.
Yes, sir. Because she had a black man, and they not, a lot of them ain't real intelligent and watching they coin like that. Because Michael would never give Ashley that kind of freedom. Never. And Gordon wasn't scared to give her that kind of freedom because she wasn't smart enough to do nothing with it.
That's a good business they had. Like ownership and stuff. Like that was really good.
They still have it. They just don't. They're just not in charge of daily operations, and she can no longer pay herself that salary. The bottom line is, he allowed her that freedom because he knew she was too dumb to be a threat. Them people would have made that move and said, y'all not in charge of the daily operations. And I'd have been like, girl, I'm good. I got this house and this house and that house and that multifamily property. And we doing this and this and this. The girl, they'd have looked up and it would have been like the Monopoly board. Every time you drive past my property, drop something. Gordon would have been mad too. He probably would have left me. Angie McIntyre say, I'm with you, Seanitra. Our black people, young and old, will go broke over stupid stuff. It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't. It doesn't. It just doesn't. They look at stuff like, oh, they driving this, and I have literally seen millionaires driving Hyundais. I'm not even joking. Them people don't care about that flashy stuff. They be getting down. Like really getting down. Now I knew one that didn't like to bathe. I can't follow you there. I can't follow you there. I got to wash. Soap don't cost that much. You got to bathe. But I have seen some of them that really they don't care about no flashy stuff.
Yeah. And that's why I'm careful. I'm careful the way I treat people because you never know who got it and who don't got it.
Yeah, you don't know who you looking at while you handling people. Latoya say that's the whole point of Monopoly. They actually had a game to teach you how to make money in business and how to stay in business. That's right. No, I'm for real, not your twins, mama. I would say that man's name, but I don't want his people coming after me. But he sure had it. He stayed out at the Leeward Air Ranch in my hometown because there was one of the communities where all the people had airplane hangars in the back of their houses. And he stayed out at Leeward Air Ranch, and that the whole family was millionaires, but he had plenty of money, plenty of businesses. And that man would have, he wouldn't have bathed. And his car was raggedy and dirty. He would have food wrappers and all types of stuff in that car. That man was filthy, but filthy freaking rich too. They don't do what, I think wealth looks different to people who ain't never had nothing. That's all I'm gonna say and leave it there.
Yeah, for certain. And it's also a little bit intimidating learning the ropes if you don't really have like the proper teaching or like know-how. But if you want something, you can put your mind to it and achieve it. So that's what I've been doing. That's what my family has been doing too.
I don't know. I look at us as a whole, and I say us because I'm a part of my folks, and I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, well, that's them. No, that's us. In my opinion, that's us. These are my folks. I love black folks. I love my folks. But the problem with us is that as a whole, sometimes we don't look at things with a clear lens. That's how shows like Potomac can even end up happening, because we don't see things with a clear lens. There's always that jaundiced view of things, not just wealth, of what friendship looks like, of even how we're being treated sometimes. Like the gaslighting don't even look like gaslighting. You just fall for it because we take things at face value. Like if we don't see something shiny, it must not be money. M. Hall says, like Warren Buffett said, rule number 1 is never lose money. Rule number 2, never forget rule number 1. M. Hall, you ain't doing nothing but telling the truth. And shout out to Warren Buffett. Straight up, because that's the rule. That's the rule. That's why your girl don't gamble or nothing. I'm nervous about a scratch off. I hate to lose $1. I'm for real. I have a whole attitude about a whole week behind $2 or $3. Now
that's good. That's a good mindset to have. Most people do not think that way at all.
Now, giving people a blessing, people, I do that. Everybody knows that. I don't have a problem with that. But just like doing something irresponsible and messing up money to crap that meal pool, I would never.
Yeah. And even when Wendy was talking about doing all her ventures, even then they showed a lot of ignorance as to why she would be doing that. Like,
Yeah, it's called multiple streams of income, and most ladies should be looking at multiple streams of income.
Absolutely.
Hey, Morgan's musings, but it was just the ignorance. It was the ignorance of it all. It was just like I said, that moment when they were sitting there like he putting in the LLC. I'm sitting there like, wow. So y'all just want the whole world to know y'all ignorant.
And my thing is, don't y'all have an LLC? What the heck?
No, it's not about having one. They didn't understand the purpose of purchasing that house.
Oh, okay.
Under that LLC. That was the thing. It was the ignorance of that. And it wasn't just them, because I saw it a lot on YouTube. I saw it a lot in commentary and comment sections. And it was just like, wow, this is embarrassing, y'all.
I was like, they smart as heck. That's what I said.
Miss Kaiser so say you just got on lunch break. You sure did, because I'm finna go, baby. You say that's not my nature to lose. No. I don't know. I have always had to be somewhat responsible. So maybe that's why I look at things that way. I'm not knocking people for, if you buy a scratch off, that's your business. I'm just like that. But the crap that Mia pulled to me, now that's inexcusable.
Yeah, for certain. That's basically a handout.
Mr. James says, so with what Warren Buffett said, is it cool to cut off friends, family if they F with your money? I wouldn't cut them off, but I would cut you off from my purse. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you tried to steal from me or something, then that's different. But just messing with it or doing something silly that cost me money, I might not cut you off, but you won't get that opportunity again. But that's also why, when I do business, I work alone, because I know I will feel some type of way towards you if you cause me to lose some money. Barbara Parker said, I was raised, educated, and trained not to ask a man to do anything for me I can't do for myself. However, I'm not going to be with one who can't and don't for me. What is he doing for himself? Oh, okay, I feel you. Well, I wasn't trained that way. I wasn't trained that way at all. I was trained that you shouldn't be talking to a man unless he can do things that you cannot already do for yourself. If I can do it, why are you here? Why are you here? If I can do it, what the hell do I need you for? I need you to do what I can't do.
And teach me a little something.
No, I don't need you to teach me a goddamn thing. Do what I like that. Do.
And a man.
You're not my father. I don't need that. Not like that. I need you to do what I can't do when it comes to everything. I'm a strong lady, so I need men who are physically stronger than me. If I can whoop a dude, I need you to be able to whoop too. I need you, whatever I am, I need you to be more. Be more. If I'm financially sound, I need you to be financially extraordinary. Don't come bringing me what I can do. But that's just me. Everybody don't have to be like that. M. Hall say, right, look, girl. That's not what my daddy taught me. Phil said, no. If he can't, my father made it even worse. He was like, if he can't do no more than I can do, then you need to stay in my house.
Yeah, different strokes for different folks, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I can't speak for nobody, but I had a father that was a provider. I mean, dynamic provider. So I've never seen men come with that. Oh, I can only do what you can do. That no. Miss MO1 say been in meetings and to catch the replay, but I hope there are cameras in the courtroom. What a complete cluster. I know that's right. But
yeah, yes, I want to hear a little bit more about this too. I mean,
but with Ashley, even like the man is taking care of your everyday. Why is she not taking that check from Bravo? Ashley should be, doing something with that little check from Bravo.
True.
She should. Like, we get here and you provide no lavish lifestyle. That man is watching his bottom line again, which I respect. But you know, that I just feel like there's a way for women to still do things for themselves and put themselves in better positions. That's all. You shouldn't walk away from a marriage and not be in a better position than you were when you walked in.
Mm-hmm.
He should not be able to sling you all the way back down to square one. Like, that shouldn't be possible.
When you were saying underbridge, oh my God, I was in tears.
Well, that is Sister Underbridge. You know,
that is so funny.
But that's why Ashley moves like she moves. Sister Underbridge didn't teach her how to move.
No, she didn't.
She didn't. Sister Underbridge did not teach her that. And I'm always disappointed with Candiace because I feel like Dorothy taught her, and she still went and made some bonehead moves like marrying that broke man. I'm trying to reconcile that in my mind. How did you do that? She married to him now. That's her husband. Nobody should be telling her to leave him. But I just don't understand. Dorothy put her in a position to win. And she went and married that. M. Hall say, Seanitra, do you see how the sun been shining here in Houston like it's spring? Girl, it's hot over here. It is really hot over here. I didn't know you was in Houston too, girl. It's hot. And it won't rain or nothing to cool nothing down. And it's coming up for Easter. And Easter Sunday used to be a little chilly outside. You used to have to put a sweater on. And at this point, Easter, we can go to the beach. Is what it looks like.
Wow. I went to New Orleans and it was very hot.
No, that's
and they were like, oh, they was like, we closed certain stuff down for the winter season. And I'm like, I didn't know if it was like the weather was a little bit off or if that was like, like how it is all the time.
It was just this time of year and it's hot. What, you went for Mardi Gras?
No, I went after Mardi Gras.
Oh, okay.
Like a few days after that. But they said they were having like a heat wave in February.
It's hot.
I was like, what the heck?
It's definitely hot.
All right, I will catch you.
Oh, you in Humble. Okay. That's so nice. I'm over here in West Chase, child, over here by the Galleria, but it's hot. It's really, I can't get over it, girl. I'm trying to, you know, make it make sense in my mind. Angie McIntyre say it ain't hot in California. Okay.
Oh, yeah, it's snowing out there.
Okay. Is it snowing in New York, Essence?
I don't live in New York. I live in North Carolina, but yes, it's snowing.
Okay, it's snowing. Miss MO1 say, child, now I heard Ralph want Drew out the house because he's the only one paying the mortgage. Drew hustling backwards. I hope Drew name on that house. I hope so too for her sake, child. Velda say it's cold in California. 55 is the high. Oh my. Y'all, I'm so sorry. I wish it was cool or cold over here. I like cold weather. It works with my hot flashes. Barbara say he gonna be able to take care of me and live. I know that's right. They be having snowstorms and cold. Lord have mercy. Well, y'all be careful in the snowstorms and the cold if you're driving. Please pay attention to the road. Please do not be on YouTube. Please do not be on phone calls and text messaging. Please be safe. We don't want to hear bad stories about anybody, and we definitely don't want y'all to come up missing from the lives. We want to see you. So y'all be careful. Essence, you got anything you want to tell our kin folks before we go?
Boycott the reunion and listen to Seanitra instead.
Lord have mercy. They got to watch it now so we can talk about it together. I live for y'all's comments. Sunshine said we about to get 6 inches of snow in Detroit. Hey, have mercy. You want to come down here, Sunshine? We got room. All right. But listen, y'all heard Essence. She say don't watch the reunion. Just come over here. I say do what you like. But I want to see you on the porch after the reunion. Just to say to everybody, thank y'all for popping in. We were not supposed to stay for no 3 hours and 38 minutes and 20 seconds, but we did, and I appreciate you. Thank you to Essence, Kai, Kira, Lauren, Sunshine, Sunflower, and Geneva for popping up to holler at me on this porch. And thank all of you for being in the chat. If you didn't hit the like button on the way in, make sure you hit that bad boy on the way out. Again, I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Have a wonderful Thursday. Do not forget to do your random acts of kindness today. Essence, that goes to you too. Everybody should be trying to make these random acts of kindness go viral. All right, if bad things can go viral, so can the good. All right, so everybody have a wonderful Thursday. Be positive and productive. Y'all know, and as always, if nobody else says it, God loves you, I love you, and ain't nothing you can do about it. I will holler at y'all a little bit later, okay? Bye, y'all.